Are we on? There we go. Can you hear me there, Adam?
Yes.
All
Yep.
right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Ron. I don't know where everyone's at. They're out doing something. They'll be here when they get here, but you're stuck with me until they get here. So, welcome to Wild and Weird Radio Live. This is the live show if you haven't figured it out by now. Um, if you have figured it out, then you know where you're at and what's going to be going on because we've got, man, do we have some crazy stuff going on tonight. We're going to be talking about a few things actually. And then later on, as part of the holiday goodness, we're going to actually get to see what I got Joseph for Christmas, and he'll be on here and popping that open for us. We're going to talk about a few things tonight. There's some really interesting news that has been rehashed for some reason, and Adam and I are going to be discussing why or what's up with that. We don't know. But before we get into that, I am going to go down here and I'm going to read off our usual name of suspects. These are the good folks who make it possible for us all to be here. One of them, of course, is here, and that's Mr. Adam Good. Teresa's Haunted History of the Tri-State. She's out there. Dewey Edwards, Spooky Appalachia. Larry Hose, Guitars and Chains, Craig. Travis Rednick up there at the Deep End Antiques. Make your way up there if you have not. Jeffrey Steele, Russ Bailey, Chris Coots, Ada Cox, Nancy White, Scott Holbrook, Bigfoot Littlefoot, Tommy Swigger, Terry Summerfield, Sarah Ramsey, and Julie Bug. You guys are the super chatters, and you are the ones who made this happen. Give yourself a hand because we give you a hand. Now, Joe's not here right now, so bear with me. I am going to go down through here and try to get everybody checked in and greeted properly. Lisa Beard's here with us. Dewey's over there. Cryptid and Critters Paranormal. We've got Teresa Racer. There she is. She's right there. I'm going to pop everybody up here real quick. There is... There's Dewey. There's Dewey right there. I got him. There he is right there. Of course, Adam's here. He's right there. See? Let's see. Nancy's here. Nancy's over there. Hey, Nancy. How you doing? Lisa, I think I already said you. Hey, how you doing? Julie Bug's here. Hello. Hope your week has been good. Wow, it has been, Julie. It has been. It's been an interesting week, too. Man, it's been an interesting week. Larry Host. Larry's down there. Hello, Larry. Still going. Got some other people. You guys take the time right now to go and share this out. Get some people out there. And if you folks are just listening and you're not over here in the chat, come on over. Come on over to the chat. Say hey so I can call you out. Clower. Jen, how you doing? Hey. Indeed. Absolutely. Hope everything's well for you guys. CJ Boker, welcome. There you go. That's how you do it. You say, hey, there you go. Facebook user, hello from Gail. Hello, Gail. How you doing? Good job. I like how they actually put hello from, and we can actually see who that is.
That's is it my awesome. Cousin Gail?
Yes. Hello, Gail. All right. Adam, we've had some interesting stuff going on, but before we get into all that, why don't you? I mean, it's been a while since you were here last. Last time you were here was I think the what was it? The Halloween, right? And you read some of the spooky stories and whatnot.
Yep.
Those were fun, by the way. Go ahead and entertain some people here for a little bit, and I'm going to load up some of these clips because I was literally working right up to the very last minute. At I believe it was 7:59 that I had just finished up the last news clip. So it's a lot of work that goes into this show. Yeah. People just have no idea. It's crazy. I wonder why I do it. I don't really know. There's no payoff other than, to make you guys happy.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah. And every dollar we get, we put right back into the show. So there's no payoff other than to make you happy, which I'm happy with that. And that's wonderful.
That, are you looking for me to entertain with the news we were talking about,
Well,
or
I'm going to load that up.
okay?
So yeah, let's hold until I load that up for
Okay, I mean,
everybody.
like I
But
was just asking if you want me to be entertaining, much like
just
the ghost books.
yeah, just give them a good rundown on what you've been into since then, because like I said,
Well,
it's
since
it's
Ron
been a
is
while.
trying to do something, and I will take over now. Since he's trying to do something, we really need someone to, um, make a donation for Ska Daddy to come so that he has to quit what he's doing and put up the animation. And if we could have this happen a few times in a row, just to drive Joe nuts, then
Just to
sure.
drive
But
Joe nuts. Yeah, it
yeah,
always drives Joe nuts. I'll tell you what, though, what's really funny about that is I did make a couple of new ones for you guys. Um,
so let's
let
see if we can get those up and going. Come on,
let's
people. This is telethon time.
I'm trying not to. Yeah, I'm trying not to put too many of these clips up here right now because there's so many of them. I want to go. I think we want to start with Grush. I think that's who we want to start with on this one.
Yeah. Well,
And
if you want me to talk about me for a minute while you get that going.
yeah, go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and load up the Grush ones because I know we're going to be talking about Gary as well. For you folks who have not been watching what's going on out there,
Yeah.
we'll brief you here in just a little bit on that. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I've just been continually doing what I normally do,
What is
which
it
is,
you normally do? I'm curious
well, I
about
take care of people.
that. We all do, don't we, in some
Oh yeah.
way?
But no, one of the things that's been kind of interesting lately is um, my information has gotten onto the black web, and so
Oh
me
no.
making a public statement on here is probably even helping that even further about that. But my name's come up, and just having to deal with
Are you
that.
serious?
Yeah,
Oh my God, dude, that is terrible.
no, but that could be the Men in Black right now.
Hey, right, I mean, it definitely could be.
I've been blabbing about it, so
Right,
about
right,
what
right.
everything I've been going through and everything like that throughout my life. So here we are.
Well, for folks who don't know, I mean, how many of you guys don't know who Adam is? Raise your hand if you don't know.
I don't know who Adam is.
I know, right? Adam is actually an experiencer as well, so that's what he's kind of getting at there with that.
Yeah, no, it's something that has been with me my whole entire life. So here I am. Don't know exactly what it is, but if my life was minus all of that, my life would feel pretty plain and boring, to be honest.
I understand that. I really do because that's one of the things about having experiences like that. It's not that you're special, right? It's that you get used to that.
Yeah.
You get used to that weird factor, I guess, is what it is. I mean, there's
Well,
no other name I can really call it. It's a weird factor, and you get used to that. That's your everyday. Your everyday
hmm
consists of seeing weird stuff or having like repeating numbers and synchronicities and stuff like that. And you kind of miss it if it wouldn't be there. I think.
oh, it'd be terribly boring.
Yeah,
And I mean, that's what Gary Nolan talked about a little bit. So
yeah, yeah,
kind
yeah,
of refreshing back into that,
yeah, yeah.
laying out little Easter eggs for our talk tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Oh crap! I did not see this. We have donate. People took you up on the donation thing. Hang on, guys. I was uploading stuff. God, I didn't forget you. Lisa, God bless you, and
Oh,
Ada,
Joe's going to be angry.
bless you,
Joe's
bless
going to
you,
be
bless
angry.
you. Nancy, bless you. Now let's see what you
Thank you
unlocked.
so much, people. Thank
Thank
you.
you guys for real. Absolutely.
Thank you for taking me up on
Yeah.
harassing
I need
Wild
like
and
three
Weird tonight.
monitors so I can like do stuff on this one and watch the show, the board over here. What people don't know is the studio works like this. There's a chat section that's you have to click on to get to it. And you can't see it while you're over here doing the other stuff like the upload for the news and whatnot. So yeah, I did miss that. Sorry guys. God, like I said. So,
So we're raising money for the poor little kids,
well,
and
no, we're not, but we are going to be. Well, we're going to be telling you later on what we are going to do, and you're going to love it, every one of you. But for now, you guys enjoy this very, very, very special holiday edition of A Blessing. That's all you get for right now. And what's really funny about that is, again, literally, I was working to the last possible second to get these things up and running, and what you saw there was like maybe 4 seconds or something like that.
yeah,
I think.
like
See that?
two,
All right,
one,
you see that
two,
flame back there in the
three.
background? You see that flame?
Mm-hmm.
That flame. Each one of those frames took it took a while. Took a while to render. Let's just say that.
Oh, 100.
There's a lot of lighting there, and I had to make that little log. To see, I made him. Do you guys know what that is? Does anybody out there know what that is? Anyone?
Kind of looks like the clown log from like Delhi.
Oh, you can. No, it's not. Julie Bug, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Man, I can't wait till Joe gets here and tells you guys what's up with some things that are going to be coming your way, and you guys really are just helping to fund all that. So,
Oh yeah, Joe's going to be incredibly angry about all these
yes,
donations, and
yes,
let's,
he will be. Let's
he's
continue to make him angry. Um, thank you guys for real. I can't say enough about that.
no, thank you all so much.
Did anyone? I know I do have to notice this. Can you see the chats on your end, Adam?
No, I have to pull it up on a different, like on
Okay. Okay. I wanted to see if anybody knew who did it, so I gotta, in case I have to put somebody on the scroller, because everybody who does donate, I mean, I don't even care if it's $1, you're going to get your name over on the scroller because you're part of the donation at that point, and this show goes on with you because of you.
100%.
What I believe that it's a sentient Yule log. Well, yeah, it's sort of is. It sort of is a sentient Yule log. Yeah. How many of you guys have ever watched any of the past holiday specials that we've done? Because that's one of the very interesting stories from that. And I
No,
had to put it on there because it's just a fun little. It's a fun story. It's a long one. No, Lisa, it's not. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Joe's gonna be miffed. He missed all of them.
absolutely. Joe's just it. He's like the Grinch, right?
Hey, Anita, no. Sadly, I can't donate from Facebook page. You don't. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. And yes, you do have to donate. If you're going to donate, it has to be done through the YouTube, because it is through the YouTube partnership. It's not through Facebook. But all you got to do to honestly support the show, that these are wonderful. God bless every single one of you that does that. But you don't have to. All you got to do is hit a share. That's literally all you got to do.
Like and
Every
share.
little bit. Yep. It's a support, like, share, comment, all that stuff puts us up in the ratings. And we thank every single one of you for that. Okay. Get your donations in before he shows up.
Joe's gonna come in and
I
kick
love
everybody's
it.
butt that donates.
Oh gosh, I love it. Magic nose goblins. That's a good theory. That's a good theory.
There's no cocaine here, Dewey.
That's a good theory. Sure, but I do want to donate. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Well, that is through the only through the YouTube side of it. It's
Yeah,
for
and
the
we
it's
want
the
to see
super
Sky
stickers.
Daddy. Come on.
But I'll tell you what, Anita. Well, Teresa just did it. So, okay, Teresa did it for you. There are other ways for you to do that, but I don't have anything right now, like the star jelly necklaces and whatnot. Those count too. All right, which one should it be, Adam? Geez, I don't know.
Me.
You? All
Me.
right,
Why
you
not?
asked
I'm
for it.
here.
So be it. Laugh every time I see it. Every time I see it, makes me laugh.
Thank you.
Yep.
How can you not vote for yourself, right?
I mean, it's true, man. It's true. What can I say? Okay. All right, I'm going to go over here and open up our news desk, and we're going to start talking about some stuff if you guys are ready. Unless you want to see more crazy stuff, I mean that's entirely up to you. We can do that.
Just put them all in a line, go, then we'll go right into the news.
Yeah, I know. Lisa said it's that last peak that cracks me up. Yeah, it took a while to get that to work just the way I wanted it to because I wanted it to come real slow and then kind of go back down.
As I naturally do in my own habitat.
Right, exactly. That's what it was all about. Yeah. And you guys would have had a really cool little animated poop log too if it wouldn't have been for the fact that and yeah, that's a pooping log. That's what that was. That's what this little guy is. By the way, just for the record, for you who do not know, that is a real thing, and we'll talk about that actually here in just a little bit. But that's what this is.
I swear
That's
it
what
looks
that
like
is.
I swear it looks like the
That is a
baloney
tradition.
clown log from Piggly Wiggly and
That
stuff.
it does, but that's a tradition. That is an actual tradition, and it's a really funny one too.
You can go to Piggly Wiggly anytime you want and get the poop log.
Actually, I haven't seen them sold around here anywhere, but
I
I
saw one
foresee
in
them.
Eleanor, Piggly Wiggly.
What?
Not
Really?
yeah.
For real?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to go see if they have it and I'll
Oh
take a
my
picture.
gosh, dude, you got to get a picture of one or something. We've been talking about them for like 3 years.
Hey, if next function you all have, we'll buy a whole one and
Oh, there
we'll
you
just
go.
eat off that for the day.
That's it. Julie
No
said, "Why do
hamburgers,
I
just
think of cult leader when I see that?" Well, that makes him happy, Julie. So
yeah.
thanks. That's
I
just
I am deemed the official cult leader of Wild and Weird Radio.
that's his. Yeah, he's yeah, that's it. I don't know, probably that "Oh Fortuna" tune that's in behind him, and I don't know, just it's probably him doing it. He's probably brainwashed us all to put him into that position, Julie. To be honest with you, I
I
don't know.
mean, look at the donations that came in whenever I demanded it.
Teresa, do not Google poop log. Do not. For God's sake, no one out there. This is a public service announcement. Do not Google poop log.
Don't
If you
Google
do,
it. Go
it's
to Urban Dictionary.
it's on your own. You're on your own. Okay. Larry says you're a self-proclaimed cult leader.
Mm.
Well, you know,
It's not just self-proclaimed. Joe's proclaimed me as
Joe kind of
cult
did it,
leader.
didn't he?
Yeah,
Dewey said, I'm going to be in and out for a while. Martin Groves and I are headed up to LBL and Perry, Tennessee in the morning to appear on Paris Paranormal. Need to pack up some equipment. So you're going up. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Pretty
nice.
cool.
Good luck and have fun doing it.
Yeah, have fun. Tell Marty I said, hey, and give him a big old hug for me. That'd be great. I'd like to get Martin on here one day. You talk. I mean, you want to talk about Santa Claus? He's Santa Claus. He's paranormal Santa Claus. That's him.
Nice.
Not kidding you. All right. So I'm going to pull up the news now, I think. All right. Where's it at? Da, 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 da. Here we go. Opening remarks. I'm just going to put the opening remarks up here first because here's what happened for you guys who don't know. David Grush went back on News Nation and was interviewed again, and this was for part 2. And you remember, I think he really thought that they were going to pass some of this legislation at him, and
Hmm.
to say he's disgruntled is an understatement, right?
No, he's mad as Joe about donations.
He really is. He really is. So this is what he had to say.
What we're witnessing right now is, quite frankly, the greatest legislative failure in American history. You know, you had a very strong amendment for government transparency on this issue, whether you believe my allegations or not. This is a government transparency issue at large.
Yeah. So basically, what he just said there was it was the biggest failure. Wow. I mean, you couldn't get. I don't think he minced his words. Is what I'm saying.
No, he has a axe to grind here.
He really does, and it almost sounds like he thought like he bought like someone may have made a promise, right? That's kind of what it kind of seemed like, and
Hmm.
then something happened.
No, it all has to do with the legality. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
so
like
too.
lawyers said,
Yep.
we got everything set up.
Yep.
You know, you're good to go.
Oh, I think
Someone,
so too. I think so too. Yeah. Here's the other clip.
David, when you first talked to us several months ago, you said you had spoken to about 40 people who had proof that the government had recovered these alien spacecraft, non-human remains. In the past months since then, have you seen any more testimony to support that or any firsthand encounters with information?
I am aware of some other firsthand individuals that did approach the Intelligence Community Inspector General's office. You know, of course, I'm not privy to their precise complaints because I'm not a recipient of that. But I do know of a couple other individuals that are known to me that did go to the Inspector General after my testimony this summer.
So your testimony sparked other people to come forward with their stories of what they've seen in these secret programs?
Yes.
Okay, so that's consistent with what we've heard, that there may be a floodgate, so to speak, due to be opened soon with some of these whistleblowers. Adam, what do you think about that? We talked about this on the last episode, catastrophic disclosure, etc. What do you feel about that?
honestly, I mean, like the floodgate is always there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been there for decades, if not over a century now. And yeah, I mean, it's due to be open, but there's no real timing of the thing. It's only going to be let out as described by the people that run the floodgate. And we're not in control of that.
I don't know. We're not. We're really not. Julie said this channel is awesome. Love the stuff that comes up on the chat. Thank you so much. And then Lisa put it all into perspective and said, yeah, it's like a dysfunctional family gathering. And yes, that is the best thing I've heard from all my wild weirdos and weirdettes out there. That is probably the best description. We are like a dysfunctional family gathering. Yes. Just a little strange, but, you know, a little wild and weird, all of us.
Well, I mean, like in the dysfunctional family part.
Well, I mean, look what Teresa said. She's got it. We put
Yeah.
the fun in dysfunctional. Yes, we do. Thank you, Teresa.
It's the only kind of family that any of us know.
So we think that there's a possibility that something changed, right? That's what it kind of seems like something changed. And I know you and me, we've had our discussion about this on and off over the past day or so. But I know here's one of the things that may have changed.
You think it's those defense contractors like Lockheed Martin, for example, or others that have custody of these remains, not the U.S. government?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Harry Reid specifically said Lockheed Martin, and that is a disclosure he made 3 weeks after I met him in the New Yorker. I believe that was in May 2021, where he literally discusses Lockheed Martin in that disclosure to the journalist who wrote that article in the New Yorker.
So he called them out right there.
Well, and that's what I've been saying to you is it's not up to the governmental aspects to disclose. It's up to the corporations.
Yeah. I mean,
What's going to be put out.
You're 100%, man. You're absolutely 100% right on that. Oh, my. I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. That's all good. See, it's what happens, man. There's just too many buttons. There's so many buttons.
I have no buttons.
There's
You
buttons everywhere here. It's like there's a button there that does this. There's a button over here that makes me see this. It's absolutely crazy. But I like buttons. It's all good.
Yeah. Buttons are good. Buttons
Buttons are
keep
good.
up your pants.
Well, they do. They do. They can. You know. Yeah.
But, I think, I mean, like when it really comes down to it, I mean, the people that we should be asking are the people at Skunkworks.
Yes. Yes. I mean, that's kind of what he said, if you really think about it.
And when it really comes down to it, what, like the question, what you may have is, does the government want this stuff to be disclosed? Or B, would they even care when it really came down to it?
Man, I think they care.
I don't think they really care. I mean, it's just something else that they have to deal with.
Oh, you think?
I think, honestly, there's too little man service in the government. And I think whenever it really comes down to it, that the corporations, like Rush was saying, they're the ones that are going up to the whoever, generals or whoever, and just saying, don't disclose this.
Well, you have to remember also one of the things that Grush did put on there was he had said that it's not the government, that they've already pushed it off into others' hands. And this is not a new thing, by the way. This is
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't
know.
think they honestly care.
I mean, this is a where's it at? This is an old concept. I mean, it, you know, and it was brought forward back in the day by Phil, right? Phil Corso, the day after Roswell, who basically said the same thing. Oh, Brandon's here, everyone. I'm going to pop him on stage.
Oh, no.
There's Brandon. He made it. But, you know, Phil pretty much made the allegation in this book. And if I remember correctly, at the time, this was near the 50th anniversary. It was the 50th anniversary of Roswell because I was there.
Me too.
Yep, that's right. We figured we probably were in this, we probably ran into each other and didn't even know it.
Exactly.
Which is just crazy if you think about it. But yeah, so he made the allegation at that time that, you know, these things were recovered, the reverse engineering and whatnot, and they were these machines, I guess, this technology, all this stuff was given out to private industry to figure out how it works and how they could, I guess, get it into everyday things. I mean, he made some pretty crazy allegations in that book too. As I recall, there was like fiber optics. He said that came from, you know, some of the crash material and whatnot as well. And then, of course, he tells the story of, you know, meeting the non-human intelligence behind it all in the cave. You know, that's an incredible story, and that's where that quote comes from. You know, the a new world.
It's a new world if you can take it.
If you can take it. Yeah, a lot of people don't know where that came from. It came from Phil, who allegedly was in this cave face to face with this thing, and he pulled a gun on it, and which was completely pointless, as he said. But he pulled a gun on it, and the being basically just, you know, it stopped him, and he said something to the nature of, you know, they were trying to take him down, or they took him down, I think, with scalar waves. Is that what it was? The radar systems that they were using were scalar waves, and they were damaging the crafts. And the being said, you know, we want you to turn those off. And he's like, well, what's in it for me? And that's when the alien said, well, it's a new world if you can take it. And, you know, what's that mean? I don't know what that means. And to this day, I don't think many do. But
I think because it can be so maddening, all the new information coming in, that it produces evolutionary stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I think so.
Make it go a little crazy too.
Data equals dollars. Who controls the data? Information controls the funding. I'll add right onto that, Anita. Plus, controls the world. Well, sort of. Controls the public anyway, right? I mean, kind of. They won't be able to suppress it for long. All this info coming out has more people looking to the sky. I think we're going to be seeing and hearing more sightings and experiences. Yep, I think you're kind of onto that, Lisa. I think we're all going to agree with that too, because it's you can't shove this genie back in the bottle. This isn't like the old days when they did that. The only way I know to do it would be to, well, and they could do this, would be to cause division within the ranks of the UFO crowd. Right? I mean,
It's
they've done that
already
before.
there. You don't
already
need to
there.
do much
You
to
just
shake
gotta
up the bottle.
wedge it in there a little bit and spread it apart, and they're done. Because all they do is kind of fight amongst themselves. But they do agree on some things. I thought it was interesting that we saw so many of these people who were just going nuts on Twitter, on X, or whatever they call it now. And they were just, disclosure didn't happen, and they're all depressed and down. It's like, God, when do you people not even realize that this has been going on for longer than you've been alive? This is the
Same as
closest,
it ever was.
same as it ever was, except for we've gotten a little closer. We can talk about it a little bit more. We can have open discussions about it, you know. So there's a lot of progress has been made, and this isn't the end of it by any means. I think that's one of the things that people have to understand. We're dealing with people out there who want instant gratification. Well, these things take years, Adam. They take decades to get, these kind of things. And Grush tells you right here in the last part of this this interview what it's going to take to basically get us to the next level. And let me load that up for you. Oh boy, where's it at?
Yeah. Where's it at, Ron?
It's in news clips. That's where it's at. I found it.
I hope
Okay.
you did.
Yeah, I found it. It's loading. Apparently, Brandon was spirited away again. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I saw him take off and pass through the wall there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right.
He's just doing what he normally does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, translocating. Yeah,
Mhm.
that happens. It's processing right now, guys. So just bear with me. And yeah, there's a little bit of audio issue on this one, but by the next clips we get to, I figure it out, so it's all good. Just bear with us these though. But this is what Grush says we need to. This is the next step, according to Grush.
In the 2024 election, we need to get these people out of office. And furthermore, with the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Turner probably has no business being the chairman. I think somebody like Mike Gallagher, who's on the committee, he's a former Marine Corps intelligence officer. He takes this issue seriously. He's spoken out about it publicly, should be the chair. And people like Mike Turner, who say, I don't know, Dave doesn't know what he's talking about on Fox Business. Really? Well, Mike Turner's never been an intelligence officer. He's never served in the military. He was the mayor of Dayton before he became in Congress. He's a junior person in terms of the Intelligence Committee. And I gave his committee 5 hours of testimony last December, and Mike Turner's staff never invited me back for more. They were not inquisitive to understand the issue more broadly or more in depth, and there's probably a reason behind that.
Now, sounds pretty straight to me.
It does.
Vote them out. Get some people in there who are interested, who will look at this in the light that it needs to be looked at, not in the giggle factor sort of way that a lot of these people are looking at this in. I think he's got a plan. He's right. And that's what you got to do. You got to play this from the long way. We didn't get here playing a short game. They've been playing a very, very long game for a very long time, decades. Before we were even born, they were playing this game.
No,
And go ahead.
I think that whenever it comes down to it, we're not going to find any files. I think it's all pencils up moments. Like whenever it comes down to anything being recorded, it's all memory.
Yeah, it kind of is.
There's no paper trail.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Fahrenheit 451. Everybody's remembering everything just through memory. And
Yeah.
it's getting passed on like that. And whenever it comes down to it, if we fight to have anything disclosed, it's going to have to be pulled out of someone's head.
Yeah, well, that's very possible.
Yeah.
Division within UFO crowd. What a novel idea, right? Yeah.
Or maybe they have servers that are set to wipe themselves after so long.
Could be, man. Could be. Nita, they don't need to do anything. The paranormal communities are constantly battling amongst themselves
Yeah.
over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Anita, don't you mean demons? I'm just saying.
Iggy on.
Tommy was here. He'd understand. You understand. Where is Tommy? I don't see Tommy.
I don't know.
Where's Joe?
I don't know. He'll be here. He's supposed to be here in like 20 minutes. So we'll see if he makes it. He's out doing something with the family. It's a good time for him. And, we're going to support him in that,
Joe needs to do what Joe needs to do.
Yeah. Joe needs to do what Joe needs to do. And that right now is, not to be on the show. No, I'm kidding. He's fine. He'll be here in just a little bit.
No.
Just a quick question. I've never heard anything about how aliens, quote, I like how you quoted that, communicate with us. For example, our language. How do they speak to us? I hope this isn't a goofy question. Julie, that's an excellent and a brilliant question, actually. And I believe that we can probably help you answer that. First of all, I love that you put aliens in quotes. Wonderful. Thank you so much, because we don't know what they are. We don't know that they're aliens. We don't know where they're from. Therefore, extra dimensional first inhabitants of the planet. I don't even know. Tune in tomorrow to learn more about that. But let's talk about the whole speak thing. There are those who believe, who have said, not believe, but who have said that they hear actual words. There are others who see symbols. It's very complicated. It's almost like, what is the word? Like a mnemonic device, almost. Wouldn't you say that's how it is, Adam?
I'd say, yeah. I mean,
Like-
it's very
like
much a combination of words,
Yeah.
pictures,
Words and
symbols.
pictures. Yeah. Yeah. So to convey something simple like a location. You may get a flash of a location, but that's not the actual location. That just means a place or something like that. So it's almost like a translation. You have to
Yeah.
translate the symbol, right? And that kind of how it works.
Well, I mean, like, I think the
Forward.
best example was from Whitley Strieber, who said, "What is the universe to you?" to one of the beings. And they showed him a picture of a coffin. It's for your interpretation to what it really means.
Right.
What he took it as is something like they've explored everything and it's limited.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? That's
Yeah.
it.
And that's what it is. It's open to interpretation. And that's kind of how these things speak, so to speak, to some people.
Yeah.
Now, whatever I had contact with, I could understand it, but the words were out of context sometimes. And that's about all I'm going to say about that for right now.
Yeah. Mine personally were words,
Yeah.
images,
Yes.
symbols, and
Lots.
emotions.
Emotion.
Emotion.
Plays a huge part in it. Yes, absolutely. Because there's a lot that you'll hear that when a lot of the so-called abduction lore from early on, they would talk about how they were furious because they were like, oh, they were manipulating with my emotions and all this stuff. That's not. I don't think that's what it is. I think that's just a byproduct of the actual interface sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about two systems that are kind of they kind of interface and they kind of don't interface, if that makes sense. Teresa. So yeah, great question, Julie. Awesome question.
Absolutely.
Julie, lots of cases report communication through telepathy.
I'd say probably most of them have that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Mark. Hey, Mark. Hey, Ron and Roomies. How you doing, Mark? Mark, idiot there. Nita, Demons, and Drama, Llama, Bareback, Runners. God. You guys, there's that
One way to put it.
dysfunctional. Teresa, I have heard that. Always wondered if they actually spoke to people. Mm-hmm.
There had been a few words that have actually come out of the mouth, but
Yeah.
it's very. It seems like it takes a lot.
Yeah. I've heard the same. I've heard that it's more and experience more. It's in here. It's a thought transference.
But
which
whenever
is
it does come out of the mouth, it's one word and almost feels forced. Like, really had to put it out there.
Okay. Indrid Cole did both, said he was actually an alien. Lanulos, identical to English, apparently. Maybe. I mean, I just wonder if, Woody would say Woody wasn't in America. Say the event happened in France. Would it have been in French in his head? That's a good question because we do have foreign encounters. obviously, and they hear them not as, this disembodied English voice or, whatever. They hear it as their native voice, right, Adam?
Mhm.
And
Mm-hmm.
like a universal translator is built into us almost, something
That's
like that, right?
exactly what I was gonna, say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's a universal translator built into us, which means that the interface, again, works on perception. We're going to talk about that in a little bit too. Let's see, Lisa, Adam, that's the way I got communication as a medium. It's the same thing, Lisa. It's
Yeah,
literally the
same
same
thing.
thing. We're talking
That's
about the
how I do it
same,
too.
yep, so same modalities of contact that take place, in my opinion. Uh, Anyone who's into metaphysics, you're there. You're probably already plugged in. You just haven't dialed in the right channel yet if you hadn't had some form of contact, in my opinion. Wouldn't you say, Adam?
Absolutely.
Either that or they just don't want to talk to you.
I think you're just accessing your white matter in your brain.
There you go. There you go. Telepathy is actually like that. It's not words. It's the concept before the word. You receive the impression and your brain puts it in the best context it can. That's exactly right. Remember last week when we did, was it last week? We did the psychic experiment with the snap. I tell you guys what to, and we had a couple of you guys got 3 in a row, right? It's the snap. Right then. It's that right then. It's not thinking about whatever. It's whatever comes in your head right then. And the trick is to put yourself into that position to where you can do that really quick and not think about it, because our human frailty, our human weakness is that we think about things.
No, and another aspect is the fact that in a lot of abduction cases, the fact that whenever you're just starting to think the question, the answer's with you immediately before you fully formulated that question.
Well, this is why some think that what is the theory? What was the theory that Alexander always said? He said that the phenomena was not only aware of the situation, that it was aware of how you would perceive the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it was controlling the beginning of it and the end of it, that it already knew how it was going to start and end. That's a crazy thought, man.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why we shouldn't be going at the experience, of meeting with another being or beings or whatever, by having a violent tendency.
Agreed.
People have been haunted to death because they took a gun out and shot something.
Agreed. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yes, agreed. Looks like Joe just beeped in. Honestly, even our normal communication is interpretation. Yes, it absolutely is, Lisa, because, I'm making words, and the only way you understand those words is because you were taught to understand the phonetics behind those words, and the, that's how it works. It's just noise if you really think about it. If you really think about it, all it is just frequency. That's all it is. It's all any of it is. Sight, everything. It's all just frequency. And this thing in here is what interprets those codes and creates the reality that we see. And that's why a lot of these people believe that you get that higher frequency, you can affect those kind of realities, right, Adam? And that
Yep.
the theory of the holographic projection of the universe, et cetera, et cetera.
All we are is frequency.
Yeah.
Vibrating frequency.
It is true. That's not New Age hooey. That's real. That's science. Joe made it, and I see there's a Flatwoods monster on your chest. Joseph.
Yeah, I figured, the night we
like
took
that.
the kids out to the Christmas lights there at the park.
It's red and green, so
And-
you spread the cheer.
Yeah.
Spread the good news.
So I figured, it's holiday-ish.
It'll
It'll do.
holidays. You're right.
It's red, it's green, it lights up.
I mean, it's perfect. It belches smoke and flames and
Yes.
sulfur, and
It's
If it faces
fantastic.
children,
there's nothing better.
What more
Yeah.
could you ask for?
I mean,
Exactly.
it's Christmas in a box.
it literally flew through the sky.
Right. It could be an elf.
I think it's Santa.
It could be Santa. It could be Santa.
Hey, Joe, I hope you're not. Look, we're probably going to make you really angry tonight. We asked for donations, and people gave
People
money,
gave
and
them to
we know
us,
how
yeah.
angry that makes you.
So we're
Oh,
we're sorry.
yeah.
We're sorry about that. Men in Black. There's no universal translator for talking apes. Probes, on the other hand.
You know, they actually have a name. The probes are electrostimulators.
Agent John Stone. He's a great guy.
Oh, we worked our Flatwoods Monster and Lantern under very good.
Nice.
Very good. I would too, but mine lives up here in the studio. So, but after wearing the shirt tonight, I've got some ideas for next year. So, what have we been talking about, guys? What I miss?
Well, we went over Grush admonishing the government and
Good.
basically telling them to vote everyone out so they can, do it the right way. But he also threatened that others will be coming forward. And
Yeah.
now we're getting ready to go into a rehash of when we're trying to figure out why this Gary Nolan thing popped back up. Now of all times.
Well, did it pop back up, or was that a brand new interview?
No, it popped back up. That was from June. The only problem is back in June, we never saw that.
It got buried.
Right. It got buried. So all of a
It
sudden,
got buried deep.
it did get buried deep. And if you remember, that's when all the congressional hearings were going on.
That's
the first
right.
Batch. And Gary was out on the road. I remember him on the road. We talked about it. And because he was it in Australia? It was in Australia, right, Adam?
It was an Australian news story. It came from Channel 7, which is the channel.
Yeah, I saw the Channel 7
Okay.
news where Cole, because that's where Colehart actually works, right?
Well, that's
Yeah.
probably where he was when he did that first interview because, he made the news over there. I remember this. And because it made big deal. And we actually took parts of that clip and put it into our presentation because he was talking about some things. And I think that was the first time he started like really actively talking about his own encounters and whatnot as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's when he got doxxed from Diana Pawlowski, or book American Cosmic. He was James, a pseudonym James in the
Okay.
book, and it was really Gary Nolan.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He got doxxed from that, and that's why he set up the interview.
We just hid it behind some stuff.
We would, I wouldn't say we buried it. We just moved it behind some stuff. Yeah, there you go. So we have a couple of things here that showed up, and we're going to be talking about it. Hey, JD Matthews, welcome,
going on,
welcome to the show. If you've never been here, this is the show, and we talk about some crazy stuff. If you got any sightings, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, feel free to drop them. We have people who also do that. They also give us their sightings and whatnot. I have a bunch that people have actually sent in the past couple of weeks. Thank you guys for that. Chris is here. Hey, Chris. All right, so I'm going to play this one because we were talking about perception earlier, right?
JD Matthews knows who we are. He's been here before. He's the
Okay.
one that won the Yeti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By the way, you should be.
Is it?
I would
there yet?
assume you would get that maybe tomorrow or Monday. By the way.
That'd be sweet. All right, I am going to show the clip with Nolan now, and now I don't necessarily agree with that, and here's why I don't agree with that. We were able to go back 10 years earlier and see that they still had it. Were they born with it? Is there data that shows that they were born with it? Is there any way to get that kind of data? That would be the question that I would ask.
It'd be difficult to get that kind of data unless they had some kind of traumatic brain injury when they were a child.
Exactly.
And you'd have like a scan or some kind of biofeedback.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Gary is at the top of his game, though. So,
Oh, 100%. 100%.
so
I mean, he's right on his whole thing there, but I don't know that you can necessarily say 100% it's not created by the experience. I don't know
he might
that.
be able to show you some data.
He may, and I would love to see that data. Let's see. But my favorite part. So there you go. We've been saying this for a very long time. In fact, that is part of our questionnaire, family history and whatnot. There's your weird magnet that you've always talked about.
Yeah.
Why do these people end up, together? And they do. And statistically, it should be not so probable, right?
Well, and I'm going to propose a theory about how these people find each other and get together. How many people, Ron, have we met on the road who met at these
No, Donna.
conventions
Yeah.
and then got married, started a family, etc.? We've done a lot. These conventions are like family ordeals. They come out, they bring everybody. You got the wife, the husband, and they're all experiencing something. When you start sitting down and talking to these big family groups that show up to these either the Bigfoot or Cryptid Con or the UFO festivals, you see that, like, oh yeah, we were at one of these things years ago and we met, or we went to a we were not, what is it, the expeditions, we met on an expedition, now we're married. And then you find out that these people had all these strange happenings, and that could be one way that many of these people have met.
Well,
Because when you start opening up and talking about your experience, you will attract other people who've had those experiences. We've seen that firsthand.
We proved that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I totally agree, Joe. And I have to say, it's very much like going dating at a family reunion. So.
Now we just need to have, like, you don't have to be lonely. Experiencersonly.com. That's what we need.
No.
We already have the jingle.
I think we need that. Yes, we very much need that.
Brandon, go buy that domain.
I really don't need that.
We're gonna make this happen.
Oh boy.
Brandon, please.
I don't think abducteesonly.com would be a good choice. So yeah, I'll go with
that wouldn't be that would probably go sour real quick.
Could be
I think that's when you start opening up about your experiences, when you start telling other people, then you see the interest, you see that kind of attraction where people come to that person and say, oh, well, I've seen that too. I've had that experience too. And then,
it's funny. One of the first things that me and Emily ever talked about, it was like way early on, and I was talking. I was like, "Hey, do you believe in Bigfoot?" It's like,
you want to get the hard questions out of the way first, right?
Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things that could be how a lot of that works. It might not be as complex as just two of these people happening from one end of the world to the next and finding each other, and they both have this kind of trait.
Well, I mean,
they could have just been in the same place at the same time talking about their things, and oh, you're single? Oh, I'm single. Well, you're kind of pretty. You want to go to dinner and we can talk about all this stuff?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I date. Is I give them I give someone, whoever is catching my eye, are you an alien abductee questionnaire?
Right. Because that's always a good question to start with, right? It's so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly could tell you the line of questions because, again, at this point, when I met Kelly, I was not about wasting my time anymore. And there was a lot of things that we'd sat and talked about, like on the very first night.
She thought you were crazy, though, as far as it went with Bigfoot. I remember very.
Oh yeah. But she didn't find out about the Bigfoot stuff till after we got married.
Oh yeah, I know you kept that from her.
Yeah, I kept that part from her. The laying hands on people and dead people coming back to life, that was totally okay. Bigfoot, you're weird. But yeah, like that, there was a whole lot of conversation where we covered a bunch of random, weird, bizarre topics just to make sure, like, this is cool, right? You're not, this is okay with you. And yeah, So Teresa says, my husband and I found each other in under really weird circumstances, and both of us have had the same really weird experiences that hint at possible abduction. Wow.
Yeah.
You've
Well,
got a case study there.
there's definitely case studies, and I'm going to go with some of the stuff there that you can analyze something to death, and have a personal bias. We also have to remember that Gary is an experiencer, and
Yeah.
he's seen things. He's seen them face to face, but he doesn't know what they were. He won't call them anything, which is great. That's smart. But could he be a little bit biased as to not wanting it to be a certain thing or not wanting it to be a certain way? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know how your brain works in this situation. I know it's hard for me, but I have to turn a lot of that crap off, and we have to look at data for what data is. When you are seeing a possibility that something can affect perception, so to speak, then you have to ask yourself, did I have that steak because I wanted it, or did something want me to have that steak? You see, so you really have to start asking some really hard questions. And I think this is interesting because I don't have the clip for this, but I know Tucker Carlson was interviewed recently, and it was really a terrible interview, by the way. It was basically him and a couple of guys, and they were talking about this UFO reality, the non-human aspect of it, and why it's so dangerous, and how they don't want to tell anyone, and blah blah blah. Basically, it's like, look at me, I know what's going on, but I'm not going to tell you, which is just completely contrary to what they say they're about. That's not how you do this. You keep your mouth shut if you don't want to talk about it. That's how you do it. If you really have something to say it. But you're no better than anyone else if you're sitting there saying, oh, well, Joe, I mean, I wish we could tell everybody, but man, it's just too horrifying. And, for the love of God, these people, have you not watched some of the shows that are on Netflix? I mean,
God.
Okay, that's horrifying. There's stuff
Yeah.
on there that's horrifying. Humans have the most horrifying visions in their heads that they can pull out and put onto a screen and make
Yeah.
other people watch, and they enjoy it. And you're telling me that this is horrifying. One of his quotes was, well, he wouldn't let his kid likes UFOs, but he's like basically said something to the nature of, well, you can like that, but I'm not going to tell him the rest. I'm just, it's just too out there. It's just too out there. Like, okay, stop with the shock and awe stuff.
Yeah, and quit being so.
Just stop
If
it.
you know so much, why not say it?
Oh, they're not going to say it, Joe, because that's going to be in my next special, my next pay-per-view special, or my next book.
That's right, because he is on that paid.
That's what that's
thing
gonna be.
now, because
That's
got
what that's
booted
gonna
from the
be.
network.
He's got a new network coming out, and I bet you anything that's going to be part of it.
Probably.
Oh, and just about.
You got to pay $30 a month on my Patreon to watch this.
Right, exactly. I promise
And you can look
guys
at my
this.
legs while I do it.
I promise you guys this. This is a promise from
That's
from right,
OnlyFans.
from right here. This is the promise. If we ever find the information, it will not be behind a paywall.
Yep.
You can pay if you want and say thank you, wonderful, but it won't be behind a paywall. And no, there's nothing wrong with keeping it to yourself. Absolutely right. I agree with the Men in Black. I can't believe I just said that. But
Well, actually, you can't ever keep anything to yourself because the Men in Black always find it out. So, I mean, you've
It's
always
true.
got a friend
Somebody
within.
knows.
that's true too. That's true.
Beth says, I held my experience in so long when I was finally able and not ashamed of the experience. I can't not talk about it now.
That's how it works.
It is.
It's relieving. It's a bit of therapy. Is what it is. Hey.
No, you need to get this stuff out.
Yeah, you do. I think a lot of people have a lot of trauma, and this is some of the stuff that builds that trauma. Is a lot of these things that you can't talk about, that you can't rationalize. That's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Where does this fit into my everyday reality? Where does this fit into my culture, my religion, my beliefs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
the
think
trauma
that's an
comes
issue.
from not being able to talk about it.
Yeah, Yeah, I think so.
I think if it
And then
doesn't fit
trauma
in your-
bonding comes when you have people who have experienced similar traumas sharing their traumas with one another and forming relationships and such based around their shared experiences.
I
I
think
think you
that
have a
really, if
direct
it doesn't
threat
fit in your
there.
ideals, you're not really analyzing your ideals
I
correctly.
call that a direct threat.
Tell the Brandon we will take that beard away again if he isn't careful.
Just start growing it back.
Direct energy weapons. Speaking of which, that's
Savannah
another
syndrome
thing.
on the beard.
Yes, the direct energy weapons.
Yeah, that's another thing. That,
Now, did
Gary
you
had talked about.
you might have played it already before I got on because I was driving and I wasn't watching.
We
it.
didn't.
But
The only thing we played was Grush.
did you in Nolan's interview? Did you catch the part where he was talking about Stryber's book?
Yep.
And he mentioned he saw the cover and dropped the book
Yeah.
because he's like, I've seen these guys. I know what
Yeah.
these are.
yeah, that was the shock that got him. Yeah.
And because he had experienced those things
Mhm.
and he had seen the same thing that Whitley had drawn.
Yeah.
And, that was, I mean,
That happened
it
to a
just,
lot of people when that book came out. The publisher actually changed the cover because of that.
it had to be changed. And it was 2 or 3 weeks after the initial release of the book, bookstores were turning the book on its back to where
They
that way
were,
the
like,
back of the
covering
book
it in the
was
slip.
showing face up instead of the face of the book because it was so traumatic
Mhm.
for people to see these faces on the bookshelves.
Yeah.
And then that caused the publisher to pull the books, recover them, and but the original cover was re-released. What was it, like 2005, Ron?
I don't remember. I know
It was just re-released by
Yeah.
Strieber himself with the same artwork, just a little bit more adapted to what he saw.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I remember going into Walden Books when I was a child, when that came out, and asking my mom, "Why is my friend on the cover of this book?"
This one.
That one.
Yep.
That one.
Does this trigger anybody? Oh,
Oh,
he's got
yeah.
a bigger one.
I've got one. Like that.
Mine's a hardback. It's a first edition hardback.
I guess I can
You
go
want
get
me to
mine
go get
now
mine?
too. It's a club.
This is Ron, get yours. Then we can just hold them up like this, and we can continue the podcast with the heads. It'll just be the grays. We'll really trip the men in black out then.
Oh, that's just priceless. That's just priceless.
But yeah, it's when you see this and
Ada, that's communion.
yes, this book is Communion by Whitley Strieber. Trying to get there we go.
It is a pivotal moment in ufological history. That book created a massive amount of feedback and got people talking for the first time.
Dun, 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 dun. Hang on.
Is yours signed?
Of course it is.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna have to have you send mine off to
That's
Whitley and
too
have him sign it.
cool.
I love you, Whitley.
That was awesome.
I need to get back in contact with you. I miss you. I miss you, baby.
Come on. There we go. For someone who's worked in Black Ops and Black Budget and knows where the aliens are coming, we're not afraid to tell the public. It's how do we tell that public that makes sense?
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I understand that.
here's the thing about the whole alien thing. Alien thing. All these arguments make sense if we are talking about aliens. One species, one group, one beings with the exact same agenda. But we're not. Evidence shows us that we are talking about multiple beings, about multiple encounters with different things. And if they're not different things, then it is one thing, and it is messing with our perceptions in such a way to make us think that there are multiple things. So, those 2 points right there alone open up a Pandora's box of what ifs and oh my gods to a lot of people. And that's part of that ontological shock as well, I think.
Yeah.
You know, people that have been in the black ops and stuff like that that have spoken up have also said, what's going to happen to the energy services? What's going to happen to the
Yes.
auto industry? What's
Yes.
going to happen to everybody when you find out that you can have free
Yes.
power?
Yes.
What's going to happen to, like, you know, these older people who should already be re-registering for their licenses when all of a sudden they're given a self-piloting UFO bubble to fly around?
We aren't
Some
going to be
states
able to
actually,
run into any more markets.
some states have been trying their best to make it hard to get solar panels on your house.
Yeah, they have.
Like West Virginia, for example, it's illegal to have certain battery backups in your house.
Yep. It is. You
The
have to have
Tesla
certain,
battery backup was illegal for a while, but I think it's legal now.
and the main ones that you can get for your home now that are like legal or well, I guess say in code, are so insanely expensive.
I can speak to that to a very small degree. They are very explosive unless they're hooked
Oh,
up
yeah,
the
they are.
exact right way. And some of these are subpar, I should say. So I can kind of understand that. You this is one of those things where
You don't want a Brandon's flashlight situation in your home.
you yeah, Patrick's flashlight.
Yeah, Patrick's flashlight.
You don't want something like that. But again, I don't know what caused that. Also, you don't want one of those because, you know, what we were told was that may have been exposed to a direct energy source of some sort. So imagine that one if you have a bunch of batteries in your basement. I'm just saying, you never know what's going to happen with all the weird waves. And
One
stuff.
of my neighbors here, they have an electric car, and the battery backup that's in their home that like charges, and that's what they plug their car into to charge the car. They could not purchase the one made by the manufacturer of their vehicle because in West Virginia they can't install that type. They had to buy a Tesla version and rewire it to fit their connector, so that way they could plug it up.
It's dangerous too.
Make it hard to be self-sufficient in this state. Like legally, you have to be connected to the power grid. If you live in a home, you have to.
It's if you're in city limits. There's certain things you can do to get around it, but
I know,
I know a guy
absolutely.
who has a homestead. And it's a few miles outside of city limits, and they make him have AEP hooked up, even though he has solar panels.
wow.
It's ridiculous.
I
So-
know several people in Australia that are off the grid completely and run it cheaply and with much more efficient stuff than what we can purchase here.
But you know,
And it's-
realistically, you guys bring up a extremely valid point. Like, what's going to happen to the industries?
The industries are going to go belly up when you have a 0-point energy device.
Oh, what's going to happen to money too?
Oh, they'll find ways to
Belly-
protect it. They'll protect their money in their pockets somehow.
They'll make
Here's
you pay
the
for
thing.
it some way.
Here's the thing. There was a show years ago that that was on TV. Might have heard of it. It's called Star Trek. And
Right on.
yeah, if you recall on Star Trek, there was no money.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that, right?
Oh yeah.
There was actually a episode in Next Generation where that was addressed, and they had a guy they had pulled out of time apparently, and he was talking to Picard, and he was like, you know, how do you all afford this? And Picard's like, well, afford, you know, and he was like, anything we want, we have. Now that right there, that's a crazy world if you can take it.
Right.
Could you imagine that?
There's a lot of sociological change
Yeah.
that would have to happen.
We're
and-
not ready
and
for that.
No,
I'm sorry, we're not. We're not.
we weren't ready for social media.
No, we're barely
No.
ready for that.
I think we're ready. We just don't know it. We can't. Most people can't take it right off the bat. But sink or swim, Tom.
Well, it's sink or they're going to burn the house down, Tom. I mean, it's
So
one of the
Beth,
two.
Beth asked, "Does y'all's family get tired of hearing about the cryptids and paranormal?" Mine absolutely pretends to be interested. In reality, they're just so tired of hearing it. Now they're just humoring me now.
No.
Mine don't even do that. They just tell me that's not in the Bible. We can't believe that.
I opened up a doorway for my grandmother to actually come forward with her accounts. And the same thing with my other grandmother to come forward with different encounters that they had after they started seeing that we were going out and doing filming and research.
When they see you're serious, it's
Yeah.
different.
That was it. Like when they saw that we were serious and we
Yeah.
weren't just like wearing t-shirts around and selling
Right.
toys, and they saw that we were going on TV and we were becoming like a recognized person for looking into this stuff. That's when all of a sudden they started saying, "Oh, I want to tell you something." And you know, it's really weird, you know, because here's this person that you'd never think in a million years. Now, one grandmother, you'd have totally believed it, but the other grandmother, you never think in a million years. But she started sharing her encounters, and there you have it.
Yeah, I mean, this happens, and that's kind of the goal, really, isn't it? I mean, that's what we're doing. We're ambassadors, and we don't take that term lightly. By the way, that's not. I know you think we're joking, ambassadors of the paranormal. We are the ambassadors of the paranormal. That is us. We claim that, and it's not just a fancy title.
Nope.
We do it.
Well, and like
People need to
myself,
talk
you
about
know, I have a ghost book that was dedicated to me by my grandfather at age 9. My mom has several of her paranormal experiences in it, and you know, I have an aunt that was a medium. My mom's great aunt was a medium, and right there, Brandon. Yes, thank you for holding that up.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents were necking on one of their first dates in the back of my dad's car, and they saw a UFO. So yeah, I was born into this. This is the only world I know.
Yeah.
Teresa says, my son is 14, so he's obligated to act disinterested, but he secretly loves it. He's like, Dad, Mom made me watch ghost videos in the drop-off line, but then he'll ask for more.
Well, you know, I'll tell you this. I think that you either are predispositioned to accept this. I don't know if you're conditioned at birth or what, but thank you. There we go. A little something to show you guys later. Yes, I reached into the ether. Did you see that? It was magic. I don't know if. I think you have to have a genuine want to understand it, too. I don't think that it's just enough to be raised around it, if that makes sense to you.
Now, Lisa, I'm about 3 minutes behind on scrolling into this, but what time was that? Because I saw something similar last night.
What time were you out?
2:30.
I was out at 1:30.
I was at 2:30.
I didn't see any meteors, by the way.
No,
I
I
might
didn't.
have, but I don't know that I did. I'll tell you
Ron,
what
was that
happened
one thing I
last night.
sent you? Was that a meteor that people were seeing in Charleston?
Oh no, that was a contrail. That's actually just a
planes.
regular old aircraft.
Yeah, I got some more for you today. I was thinking about you.
They've been popping up
Everybody else.
every
winter.
day that we've had where the evenings
Every
have been
winter.
in the 30s. There've been somebody posting those pictures.
Every winter, this happens. Every single time
Yep.
they happen. And, you know, what blows my mind is people don't know the difference between airplanes and meteors. Like, you know, I mean, a plane, guys, that's a plane contrail. It's clearly, I watched it move across the sky. You think I was lucky enough to just hit this and take a fraction of a second and get that shot from a meteor? Because that's what it would take to do that.
Oh yeah, there's like. Phew.
What did the Men in Black say? I missed it.
Oh, Men in Black said Planet Dirt is an intergalactic park that most often frequented by redneck alien species. Good luck with that disclosure thing, dirtlings.
That's truth.
Oh,
I
those are the
heard
ones
that
always
one, and
look
my
like
pretty sure
farmers.
aunt believes now. She heard whoops and tree knocks and locks her cats up at night now. Hey, finding the trackways here. What's going on?
Hey.
Teresa says my grandparents actually fostered the interest in the paranormal. Most of my family are weirdos. Saying it's like that on my dad's side of the family. My grandmother and my aunt and her kids. Then let's see. Tommy Swigger joined the chat. What's going on, brother?
Hey,
Good to have you in.
There he is. Well, I mean, I heard about weird stuff growing up. And to be honest, I was not a fan of weird stuff. I was terrified of ghost stories.
She was out there around 5:30 or 6, so it was early in the evening.
And there would be almost no way that logically I should have ended up where I'm at. But nope, that's me. I'm out there, chasing stuff, and I don't understand it. But here I am. So
regarding what Lisa saw last night and what I saw, like, because I poked my head out hoping to see some meteor shower stuff too, but it was super clear night, super unreal clear.
It was very clear. It was awesomely clear.
And I'm assuming what I saw was a satellite because it was so clear, and there weren't any like erratic movements. It just kind of streaked across the sky, and it definitely was not I know what meteor looks like. It darts across. This thing went like, I don't know, probably a little bit faster than the ISS. And it was just stark white and just no blinking, nothing. Just, I'm assuming what I saw was a satellite, though.
Yeah.
Were you listening to Dave Matthews Band when it happened?
I wish.
Wait, only old people get that comment.
Beth says there were weird things in the sky last night. I took a few reports, haven't got to tell y'all yet. Well, send them in, Beth. You know the procedure now. You're doing good sending those over as they come through to you.
Well, this is the holiday pre-show special, by the way.
Yeah.
There should be like a probably some kind of a like decoration back here, but again, I was working to the last possible minute trying to make sure that we actually had a show tonight. And apparently I did all right. I mean, you guys enjoyed it, but it is a holiday show. I'm going to need you to go get the thing.
Me?
Yeah, you.
The package?
The thing.
I came prepared.
Okay, good. So it's not time yet. So don't get all antsy, but sit it there. Yes, put it in front of you. Yes. And what's going to happen here in a little bit, guys, is Joe's going to get to open that up, and he's going to get to see what he has for Christmas, and it's such a fun present. It's going to be fun.
He bought me a muzzle, everybody.
Everyone's going to have fun with this. I promise.
He got you a gag.
Great fun for the whole family. Well, I know you mentioned a couple weeks ago some things. So, yeah. Anyway, continue on with the chat thing.
All right. So, Beth says there was an orb through my cousin's house, and it came through her window and in the living room and went back out. They caught it on her camera. Okay.
Well, I'd like to see that.
Finding the Trackway said the first whoop I ever heard, honestly, was in West Virginia. Couldn't really find the county, though. Can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't super far from Charleston. Not surprising at all.
Guys, I'm going to ask you to please like and share the program at this time, just because I always forget to do that. And we're terrible at social media. If we were better at social media, we would have a lot more people.
Oh man, yeah.
But we forget to do that.
I actually got active on social media yesterday for a hot minute.
That's good.
Did you notice that? I posted a bunch of stuff over on the group page.
Yeah, it helped. But yeah, go ahead and do that. And then every time you do an interaction, that also ups our algorithms to find us and whatnot as well. So, and make sure. And you guys did this a couple weeks ago, and it really worked. Make sure that after the show is over, in the comment section, not in the chat section, but in the actual comment section underneath, say something. and that also counts.
JD said, my grandmother saw a UAP in the early 60s. She said it was silver and didn't make a sound. Multiple people saw it. Where do you know where she would have been? Tommy said, did you guys discuss what Dave Spinks has in his possession?
Oh, no, we didn't. But I knew about that for a bit. I knew he was getting it. And it's pretty awesome that he has it.
Is it a Sasquatch turd?
No.
What did he get?
No, he posted earlier. He has some of Keel's copies of Keel's notes.
Oh, that's
which is
cool.
Pretty awesome, actually. It's pretty awesome. By the way, guys, tomorrow is the anniversary of the collapse of the Silver Bridge. And coincidentally or not, it is actually a coincidence, I think, this time. It is occurring on a Friday.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. I thought that was weird. But apparently you were there before anyway, Joe. When it
Yeah,
happened,
right,
so.
right. Now, like for anybody, I don't think we've told this story
We
on the
have
live
never
before.
told this story. This is our time travel story, and we have never told it. So
Yeah.
let's open that bag up. for these
Might as
people.
well, right?
Yeah, why not?
So
They're all family
Ron
now.
and I, we've told you guys multiple times we've worked in a very, very
in our
strange
previous
place.
life.
And there was an elderly guy there that always came in.
He wanted goldfish all the time.
He wanted goldfish. All he bought was goldfish
Feeder goldfish
to kill them.
every week.
Every single one
I
of them.
felt so bad.
But he would come in and he'd buy goldfish. He'd pick out the pretty ones, and he might not have killed. He might have had a pond for a
Yeah,
week.
I think he had a pond.
And but he would come in and he'd talk to us, and he'd spend sometimes an hour and a half in there with us talking. And then one day
Oh,
he
no, we got a
comes
newbie.
in
We got a
and
newbie over here. I was in the woods. Trackway got me here.
Trackway got me here. Hey, Eyes in the Woods. Thanks for coming over.
Need to make a welcome thing for people.
We do.
You know what? Just give them. Hang on, I'll find something for them.
No, we did.
Here's
people
your
did-
welcoming.
Got to bring them in right. It's just how it is. If that
Now
doesn't scare them
they're
off,
like, what?
if that doesn't scare them off, they're here to stay. That's the litmus test over here. Anyway, go ahead with the story.
So anyway, this guy, like I said, he always came in all the time, and he was in really bad health. He'd come in like dead of winter, and he'd be pouring the sweat because of his heart condition. He just, But one day he came in and had this absolute moment of clarity, and it was the strangest thing in the world. And he came into me, he's like, I knew it. I know where I know you from now. I know where I know you from. And I was like, oh yeah, where's that? And I'm expecting him to say he's seen me preach at some church or something. And he said, you were at the Silver Bridge collapse. He said, I remember it clear as day. And he said, you were wearing a black coat, like long black coat, and you were helping people out of the river. And he's like, you were right there. I saw you. And he was like, you haven't aged a bit. And that was the weirdest part, was you haven't aged a bit.
What?
And Ron was just like standing at the counter because Ron, back when we were slow in the pet shop, Ron's a 3D artist, and he was always working on this massive cityscape called Cydonia. And he was working on his laptop, like, putting greebles and things like that in, just doing a lot of bump mapping and texturing. And all of a sudden, like, he just popped up from behind his laptop. I was like,
I can
What?
imagine the look on his face.
so CJ says, this is my first holiday special show. Thanks to Small Town Monsters. I was hooked on you guys after they interviewed you guys. Well, awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
I think that deserves a blessing.
It does. Oh,
No, that's how you do that. That's a proper blessing. Yeah. Well, I mean, thank you. thanks for watching first of all, and
Yeah.
enjoying the show. And this is our not serious side, so
Right.
I'm sorry.
So we're saying that Joe might have in a past life been one of the original witnesses to Mothman.
No, he was
No,
there,
it's-
and he reached down and he pulled this guy out. That's what his story was.
Yeah.
He reached down because he said he saw him there.
Yeah.
He pulled him out off up the bank, I believe he said something like
Yep.
that.
Up the bank.
And I'm like, all right then. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, because after I said that, like I had him tell the story, and he told the story, and yeah, it was like I was up off the riverbank, pulling him up onto the next step of the bank.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah. So Men in Black says, "Do we still have that Joe mask from the Silver Bridge thing?" Men in Black, no, your sister-in-law's kid took it for Halloween.
Oh my God. That's
Oh,
hilarious. You guys are
man.
great.
Beth says you need to find some old pics. That would be really weird to go through and try to see if there was somebody that looked like me there, or if I'm a Time Lord.
You're not, but it could be.
Maybe it happened during
Oh,
one of your
man.
weird times where you're like stuck between dimensions.
That's what I was thinking.
So, okay, Brandon, your next job is to restore all the rescue photos from the Silver Bridge.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Huh? Oh, Tommy, for that, I'm giving you a special one.
Oh,
That's all he got though, because you missed it. But I worked on that stupid log all day.
that is brilliant.
Thank you. I worked on that stupid log all day, and the fire killed me because the fire actually takes longer to render, and I just couldn't get it rendered in time. But I'll have it rendered by next week, so you'll get to see the full.
That
effects
is
of
fantastic.
That's Loggy. If you're not familiar, Loggy was actually brought to life back
Yep.
during last year's holiday special that we had, and Loggy was animated then, but I made Loggy real this time. Makes you wonder what else could be happening out there, doesn't it?
I'm excited.
Make all kinds of things weird and real, right? Is he blowed out? There he is.
Yeah.
Nice, because there we
There
go.
we go.
There you go. That's my version. You
Just
guys
wait till
holding up
that's
your little
done.
books. Well, there you go.
We're
Come on,
doing it again.
everybody.
There we go. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, wait. Where to put mine?
I don't know. I can't do it. Y'all, there we go. Now, someone had asked earlier, was this like a cult? Well, I don't know. You tell me.
I'm the official cult leader.
Anyway,
Oh man, we just have too much fun over here, guys. That's the problem.
so,
That thing needs a trigger warning.
nope, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, Teresa.
Share your time machine, Joe. I need to fix some mistakes I made. I wish I could find my time machine. Apparently, I've displaced it.
Just look up some lotto ticket numbers and give it to yourself.
All right,
Hey, there's an idea. Speaking of
everyone,
time
share your
machines-
alien faces.
Hang on. No. Yeah, it almost got me. So here's the thing. We have some interesting news that Tommy got the poop log. We have some interesting news that's going to be dropping here soon. Correct, Joseph?
Yes, we do. As soon as the year turns, we will be able to announce the date for the Wild and Weird Paranormal Workshop.
Now, before you say anything else, I want you guys to understand this will be a limited engagement. Okay.
Just like the other workshops.
Yes. Except for unlike the other workshops, it'll probably sell out within 48 hours.
Yeah.
It's going to go fast. We will make an announcement. We'll make sure everybody knows about it. Get in fast. Do not hesitate, for real. And we're going to do some stuff there, just to let you know. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. So y'all by going, you have already agreed at that point that if you get abducted by aliens or extra dimensional beings,
Oh, I'm going home.
or if you disappear out of this reality into another one, that's on you.
I thought we were going to have to hit the lizard people broadcast delay button for a moment here.
You know that meme where dude's hanging from a rope and he's like, "This your first time?" That's
Yeah.
gonna be Adam.
Yeah, right.
Lisa, yes, I will be at this one. Absolutely. We can't wait to have you down here. It's going to be a really good
gonna be
time,
fun.
guys. We've talked about it. It's your workshop. You're the ones that wanted it. You said where we should have it, so we're making it
You
happen.
created this. You manifested it, every single one of you. So for those of you
Yeah.
who don't believe in manifestation, you did it. Congratulations. Now be careful what you think.
I'm ready to go.
We're going to get you in there, Beth. Don't worry. Yeah, it's going to be really fun, guys. Like Ron said, we're going to be doing some stuff. We're going to be doing some tests that we've done independently and together, but never with a group of people.
Oh, no, no, no. We're going to be doing the test we've never done with anyone before because I'm reaching out to our friend who agreed that she may be willing to be a part of this.
Okay.
And if
So we're
that's the case,
sacrificing someone to make
no,
him.
we're not
Goddaddy
sacrificing
Matthew
anyone. Would
McConaughey?
you? What's wrong with you?
Hey, you know something I was just looking at? I was looking for old Silver Bridge collapse rescue pictures, and
Oh,
something I just
God.
realized. Maybe that black coat that guy was seeing was actually like a firefighter's jacket.
Yeah,
Dude,
a lot of the
It's
firefighter
it's
jackets
hard
because
to
the
say.
weather.
I mean, it's really, really hard to say
Yeah,
what that
it's
was.
hard to tell.
But he was adamant about it. I'm not going to kid you. I mean, he was not like, I think it was you or I thought it was you.
Yeah,
It was you.
it was
Like,
me.
He was dead on serious, and I still remember that. And yeah, like Joe was saying, I was sitting there working on a computer, and he was just like, this guy was he was 100%. He'd seen him before, and
Yeah.
I knew that face. Okay.
Yep.
All right, then. That's cool. So yeah, that was interesting. Don't forget, guys, hang around because Joe's going to open up his present here in a little bit. You want to see this? Trust me, it's going to be a cool one.
Tommy says, "Can I pitch a tent in y'all's yard?" Beth says, "I've actually been using dowsing rods up my way, trying to pinpoint some stuff." Whoa!
That's cool. That's
You
cool.
get a hold of the Deuster.
There you go. You're learning. You're
Get
learning.
Deuster to make you some of his new ones that he made.
You're learning. The best set I ever had, I made years
The Dirtlings
ago.
are going to sacrifice someone to their strange god
No.
Logie.
No, we're not.
I'm
No.
saying Brandon here.
Anyway, I am going to, however, be building something here soon, and we're going to test that out, possibly at that area when
Sweet.
we do it. Yeah, I just need to get some magnetic coils, and we're going to build something. We're going.
It sounds like an EM pump already.
It is, but it's not a.
Nice.
It's not going to be bound by friction. Yeah.
Brushless
So-
motors.
Yeah. No motors.
No, oh, you're not going to do a motor.
No motors.
Let's just make a Tesla coil.
No, it's not a Tesla coil. It's
No, I
if
said
you-
let's make one.
Well, I've got one. Just got.
How about you? How about you make the Tesla coil and Ron makes the Faraday cage?
So what you have to do?
Ron would have to make the Tesla coil. Ron's made those before. I've never made one.
Well, the last
Oh.
one I made, I blew up, so I gotta get parts for it. But I did get me something to fix it with, so I had to get me
Build a
a
Tesseract.
Oh, that's funny that you say that. That's very
Burn with logging dirtling unbelievers.
very funny that you say that. Wrinkle and Tom. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That'll be in the book one day. You'll understand then. So
Oh my gosh.
look, if we that was funny. Me and Black are funny. Whoever thought they'd have a sense of humor?
We're going to do a Wicker Man, but with Logie.
If no, if we use a rotating field and I haven't determined exactly how many you would need to do this, but if we use a rotating field of electromagnets, then we can actually we can create a literal magnetic vortex, and it would not be constrained to, like I said, friction. Motor
Well,
can
this
only
would
go
be
so
the
fast.
same.
No,
it-
motor can
Be
only
almost
go
the
so
same thing as
fast.
making a plasma vortex, just no plasma, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Except
Okay.
for it's just pure energy.
Yeah, we
This-
could. That's doable.
Oh, it's 100% doable.
Yeah.
I just have to, like I said, figure out the whole thing behind it.
Happy holidays from all of us at Erie Travels.
Travels.
All I want for the holidays is the USS flag from the GI Joe that I've been
Yeah.
cruelly denied for
denied.
38 years. I
Okay,
need
so
it
the
for
USS
paranormal
flag, for you
research
people
reasons.
who do not know, I need it for paranormal research reasons. Yeah, you do. it was the biggest GI Joe toy that was ever produced. I've seen one. It was in the catalogs, and everybody under the sun wanted one of these things. It was a 7-foot aircraft carrier. is
Yeah,
what it was.
they have it. They've got one for sale right now over at Inner Geek in
That's where it was.
Ashland.
Yeah, they have one. They've had it for about a year now.
Well, they've had it longer than that.
I remember. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been there.
Yeah,
Because it was there when we were there.
but yeah, somebody posted pictures up, and it was up in their display window still.
Don't they have the box? They have the
Yeah.
box too, don't they?
Well, it's not from the one that's in the window.
Okay, because the box is in crappy condition, but it's
Yeah.
still it's the box, which is
Mhm.
freaking awesome. But yeah, a toy collector too. I did a lot of things, still
No,
do.
since it's 7 foot long, couldn't you use it as a coffin? You could be buried in it,
You
like at the
could.
end of life.
You could.
Yeah. My 11-year-old daughter blew my mind tonight talking about dimensions and aliens. She's a genius.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, I have something weird to tell you that Paisley said to me like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, let's hear it.
We were sitting on the bed watching TV,
Mhm.
and she looks at me and goes, you could wake up tomorrow, and then tomorrow you could die. I was like,
Oh, I was
Yeah.
gonna
That's
say,
cheery.
That's funny. When he said wake up tomorrow, I literally started to say you could wake up dead, and literally, yes, that's what it was. So there's that thing again, Adam. We just
Mhm.
proved it,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
That's what I heard in my head. As soon as he said you could wake up tomorrow, I was like, dead. And it was one word.
No, and that's also in line with like the sacrifice for Scott Addy,
Oh,
Matthew
shit.
McConaughey.
I thought for a
The
second you were going to be
sacrifice
serious,
to
but
Logie.
no, it can't be. You can't be serious for 2 seconds. It's just
We're going to put him in a wicker
It's not.
outline of Logie,
Oh
and
God.
just go to it, right, Brandon?
yep.
Yeah, Mark, you
Okay,
need
cool.
to definitely go there. They got some amazing stuff. Do they still have that Doctor Who collection that they used to have? Like they had like all the figures.
Oh, yeah.
The most amazing amount of those I have ever
And a
seen in
life-size
my life.
TARDIS.
That's right. They do have the TARDIS.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, because the guys that run the Inner Geek, they host the Lexington and the Huntington Comic Con. And so they've got a ton of props that like they will alternate through the shop periodically.
Yes.
And the TARDIS is one of the ones that is a staple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
found
cool.
online plans a long time ago how to build one.
A TARDIS?
Yeah.
Does it work?
No, it's all wood.
It's
It's
terrible.
one of the wood burning ones.
Oh, I got it. Wood burning. Nobody wants a wood burning TARDIS. You got to have those ones for the black hole, the whole thing.
I always loved G.I. Joe just because, it was so affirming for me.
Well, who's the
At
greatest
the end of
American
every episode,
hero?
it was Go Joe.
No, man.
Yeah.
The
Thanks,
best.
guys.
No,
I enjoy the
the commercials at the
remakes
end.
of the PSAs that they made.
The PSAs, the commercials at the end.
Yeah.
Those were the best. That's why you watch G.I. Joe.
It
Knowing
was.
is half the battle.
Well, have you ever watched like Pork Chop Sandwich?
No.
Oh,
They
yes.
dubbed them.
No. They redubbed
Oh.
them? Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. They're horrific. There was one I just watched 2 nights ago, the one with the where they were riding their sled and then landed on the ice. Yeah, I saw the redub of that one 2 nights ago and about spit my drink all over the phone.
Look, Mark was close. Mark was
Da- da-
close.
da- 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 da.
I went to the one in Huntington after Mothman Fest and bought a bunch of things. They mentioned the Ashland store, but we missed it. Oh, dude, you
You were
You-
close,
if-
brother.
you would have lost it. I freely admit the Baroness in leather jumpsuit was my reason for loving.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
I
you.
forgot
Me
about
too,
her.
Mark. Me
I
too.
forgot about her. Yeah. Yeah, she was cool.
My uncle had every G.I. Joe action figure. When he passed, I received them. Oh, that's
Oh.
great. Not that he passed, but I mean, you inherited the
Yeah,
collection.
it's
I mean,
like, what the?
it's
What is wrong with you, John? This show has gone off the rails
it
tonight.
has. I mean, my son's gonna get all like this amazing Turtles collection, or whatever. I'll bite the dust, and all the Bigfoot casts.
Oh, you owe me a cast, Joe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yours is sitting over in the next room. I should have gave it to you when you came and picked up the book. it was right here.
What is wrong with you?
I
This
can
is
still
what I
come
deal
over
with.
and
You
pick it
stopped
up
by the
sometime.
house
it's
earlier
all
this
right.
week or late last week
Yeah.
to pick up his copy of Fire in the Sky.
Yeah.
And I had his cast sitting down here in the basement. It's been cured for weeks now, and yeah.
Fire in the Sky. Oh yeah, the one that Travis signed. Yeah. I
Wow,
saw
the Joe went dark.
it. Yeah, I know.
Men in Black, you haven't spent enough time around me, buddy.
I'll tell you what, he goes dark. Yeah, Adam, you're lucky to get that because he sold out of this book so fast it was not funny.
I'm sure. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
didn't-
Oh,
I
he
didn't
really
like it,
did.
man. He didn't. He didn't know. He was ill prepared. That's what he said. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
but
just
thank
didn't.
you all so much for everything
yeah.
you all do. I really love you.
It was
all.
cool, man. I got to hang out and talk to him for what amounted to like an hour. I mean, it was
It
pretty
was
awesome.
longer than that on the
I
second day
know. Yeah.
when we were doing teardown with him and his
Breakdown.
son both there
Yeah.
standing there. That was
That was
him and his
awesome.
son stood at the table for almost an hour. Yeah.
Mhm.
But you hung out with him. You got to talk
was
to him too
fun.
on Saturday.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. He's a good guy.
He really is.
I don't care what
And
people
he's
say about
come.
him,
He's
a good guy.
he's opened up a whole lot more. Not like he was always just kind of standoffish and reserved in the past. But this time when we met him, and it could be too because he remembered us. But he was really, really warm and very open with us. It was great.
Retirement can do good things about disclosure, even with yourself. You're not worrying about a career or anything.
Right.
What are you going to do to me now, you bastards? Type
Well, he
thing.
might also feel better with all the stuff that's came out in the last few years. Like it's just
Mhm.
proving that he's not crazy.
Oh yeah, that has to help, man.
Mark says, I'm going to go watch Last of the Gemini meteor shower tonight and then watch my email box for how many UFO reports I get tomorrow.
There you go. I
Yeah.
know, right? It's okay. I mean, there'll probably be contrails, Mark. So
Yeah,
Keep
there'll be
that in.
contrails in the evening sun.
yeah, keep that in mind. So, how many of you guys want to see Joe open his present? Because he's not going to unless I see a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, smash that like button.
Well, do you all want me to do my famous preacher impersonation?
Oh,
You
geez.
said creature impersonation?
Pre-
Oh,
Creature.
I think he said
Oh, I said
preacher.
creature. I thought you were just going to go. I introduced Ash to that this week, by the way. It went over great.
Great.
We watched Creature of the Black Lagoon. We watched Godzilla 2000. We watched the original Godzilla, Godzilla versus Ghidorah. It was good times.
Adam?
Blue.
No. These are real Xena cards.
What are we dealing with?
Xena cards.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Blades.
See that? That's how it works.
What?
That's how
I
it
got the
works.
waves before the finger snap.
Well, I was staring at it too. So
Yeah.
Teresa said wavy lawns.
yeah.
Oh, and Teresa's birthday's coming up, so everybody wish Teresa a happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday, Teresa.
Yay. When is it?
Yeah, what day's your birthday?
Huh?
I think the 18th. Right?
18th?
Oh, 2 days before my boy.
So 18th. All right.
Happy birthday.
Teresa said I literally heard the Ghostbusters line in my head.
That's funny. That was great. You guys did good on that. Am I not seeing? No one wants you to open your present, Joe.
Nobody wants me to open it.
No one. No one
Nobody.
wants you to open your present. They don't.
It's
do it.
okay.
They don't care. They don't give a rat's rear about you. Apparently.
It's okay.
Come on, people. Let's have Joe open his present. And while you're doing it,
You're doing it wrong. You're not supposed to pat it off. You're supposed to like catch it in jars and sell it on late night
Deep
TV.
down in those pockets and have Scott Daddy give him all kinds of money because he won't know you love him if you do not send the money.
Oh man.
That impression reminds
All
me more of Brother Love.
Lana Cat says open it.
hurt
Larry
me.
says do it.
That hurt me. That hurt me. That hurt me. Before we do that, I because you were in your I don't know what you're in there, but many of you guys know we have a very very a serious episode that's going to drop tomorrow night.
Yes. Oh man.
And I want to prep you guys for that. There will be things in there that are a little controversial. I want to make that clear. We do have the Reverend on there, and Reverend Carter.
Yeah, not that Reverend.
No. We have Reverend Carter on there, and we will be talking about some very controversial ancient alien kind of stuff. He went some places with this one, and I think he's been wanting to do it for a very long time. And it was very. I think I get the ontological shock thing a little bit better.
Yeah, it puts it into view when you start seeing all of the.
You get down there. Yeah, you get down and you stay down there.
Oh, thank you, Larry. Thank you.
Larry, you're awesome, brother. We appreciate you so much.
But
Keeping it free and open that thing.
Thank you, my friend. But yes, seriously, it's going to be a very deep episode. There will be things said there that you may not agree with. That's fine. Just listen to them. You don't have to, buy it. You really don't. But there's some really good info in there.
There is.
And, it's going to make you think. I think it's going to make you think. I really do. And that's what we do. We try to get people who do help you open up your mind. I got a little clip here I'm going to play for you. It's an exclusive one that hasn't been out there yet. So I'm going to play that for you before we let Joe open his present.
Here, the former head of French intelligence, Alain Julie, said publicly that he was there when the unit that Elizondo worked for to examine the crashes. He was there. Eric Davis, American physicist, says, I examined materials from crashed disk for the Pentagon. And then, of course, Brother Grush came forward. And again, Brigadier General Hayam Mashad, 28 years, head of Israel's chief of space security. His job to know, he steps forward. He says that on the basis of his information and understanding, we've been in contact with these beings for more than 70 years. We've been involved with technology sharing and collaboration and research projects here and on the surface of Mars. That's what he said. He also came out and said that there was a galactic federation.
Yeah.
And he said that that there are extraterrestrials who don't want disclosure. And along with, obviously they're human beings who don't want it. So I'm just saying, grab your popcorn, and then we won't even get into the Vatican.
We won't even get into the Vatican. I love how he finished that off.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very eye-opening episode, and I invite you to come in tomorrow. It starts at 8:00. Be here for it. What was it, about an hour and a half? It was an hour and a half, I think. So
we went because we kept the clock on that one.
Yeah. So hour and a half. So be here from 8 to whatever 9:30, and join me. I'll be here in the chat, and we can talk about it, whatever you want to talk about at that point.
Who was supposed to be watching the Carter Dirtling, Zeb?
Okay.
I have a concern that if it is a puppy in that box, no one put any holes and it's being wrapped.
Yeah, and it's been
Still,
sitting
it's
on
not
top
a
of my
puppy.
fridge for like
It's not a puppy.
a few days.
It's not a puppy.
I mean,
Wait, before you
it's
open.
not moving.
Wait. Well, That's okay. How many of you guys want to guess what's in the box?
Yeah, Ron's gonna snap. You guys guess.
For real. I want just the first word that comes to your mind, no matter how ridiculous it may seem. Type it in. That's what's in the box. What's in the box?
Pooping log. Pooping log. Pooping log.
You wish.
Just wait, Ron. Just wait. Please be tentacles. Oh God.
Oh my God. Larry host, there is no way on God's green earth that's a crystal skull.
Yeah, but, it's electric cryptid finder.
I'm gonna say it's a whole case of mason jars filled with star jelly.
How'd you guess, Brandon? How did you guess, Brandon? That was just amazing. It's almost like
A
you're psychic.
Bigfoot ugly Christmas sweater. It wasn't as bad as tentacles. Picture of Bigfoot you painted.
No, he has to pay for the data.
Tentacles.
Tentacle manga porn.
I'm not really sure
Lord.
what that was, but that's okay. All bets all done.
That's tentacles with tinsel.
All right. Go ahead, Joe.
All right, here we go.
Are
Yeah,
they
the
the
one.
tentacles
Yeah.
that lay
Yeah.
eggs?
Now I've
You got
got
them
my
all.
fingers crossed for tentacles.
You've got it.
What, dude?
Look at the picture.
I said it before I opened it.
He did. And you all were witnesses. He had no
This is
freaking
great.
clue whatsoever what that
I
was.
didn't. I had no clue. This is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, great fun for the whole family.
Chris Goose got it.
Did Chris say it?
Yep.
Yeah, me and Chris both got it.
That's awesome, guys. Good job.
That's
That was honestly what I was thinking too, but I never said anything.
oh my gosh. This is fantastic.
What's it look like?
Here's my
Just the
log.
Oh, it actually looks like the one in the box. That's cool. Okay. Now, Joe, why don't
This
you
is
explain
awesome. Best
explain
Christmas
this
present
odd
ever.
little thing?
Oh my gosh.
Blessing
This
from
is
Loggy.
fantastic.
Yes, Men in Black called this one. They're right. Let's give a blessing from Loggy.
Oh.
There we go. I wish it was longer.
It's got the googly eyes.
Can we get
Okay.
another loggy?
Oh, that is great.
Thank you.
This is freaking amazing. Ugh.
Oh, how do you make it bigger?
There
There's
we
a way to make it bigger. Maybe that's it. No, that's not it.
Can you spotlight on?
I was trying. It's not doing it. I could have swore you could. I think that's for media.
You're playing with them buttons again, aren't you?
Yep. Lots of buttons here. I don't even know what that one does. Is that it? Cinema layout. Well, that's not it. Ooh, that was kind of cool.
This is great. Uh, it wants you to put the face and everything on your log. It's not hard. Take a picture of it,
Yeah.
post it on your wall, your feed, and your story. Tag us on social media, and we'll share your photo. We want to see all the places your log will go.
Oh, that's just too funny. They don't even know what they just said. So here's the thing. This is a real thing, right, Joe?
It is. It is.
And you fell in love with this stupid thing last year, as I recall.
I did. It was 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it was 2 years ago. But
Yep.
we revisited it again last year and made them animated.
We did, because
Yeah.
it just this and the Mary Louise are
Yeah.
my favorite, but this holds a special place. in my
Well, I
heart.
mean, there's not many things that are more special than a log that children beat and make it defecate presents,
exactly.
because that's literally what this legend is. That's what this is. That's the
Yeah.
log.
The thing is, you got to take care of your log.
That's right.
You take this log. Let me get the eyes on it.
Yeah, he's got to be able to see.
Yeah. They sent this glue, but I am a maker, and I have better glue somewhere. I know I was using it down here not too long ago.
Now you're supposed to have like a little thing that goes over the back of him, I guess. For
Yeah, you cover it with a
privacy.
blanket,
Yeah.
and you take care of it,
Hmm.
and you're supposed to feed it
Yeah.
every day. You feed it raisins and things
Yes,
like
the
that.
children give it raisins. That's how.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what they do with this log is it will basically it was Elf on the Shelf before there was Elf on the Shelf.
Except for it's more violent.
Yeah, way more violent, because what would happen is they would the morning of, your kids would feed the thing.
Hang on. I have to find the actual thing, because remember they have to say something.
Yes, they have to say stuff. There's a saying that goes with it.
Joe, you're sniffing that
Might
glue
even be in
again.
the book, because they sent a book. The
It's
Christmas poop log. I mean, this sounds like you're keeping a log on
It's
your.
the Kagatio. That's the name of it.
Yes.
Where is it at? Let me find the little verse that they're supposed to say to it.
Let's see.
And you
It's-
guys,
Cacatillo, which means poop log, but it's in Spanish, so it sounds way better, is what the book says. And it says, poop log for me, and bring me something just for me.
that's it.
Something small and quite delicious, and I'll stop being so very, very vicious. And the reason they do this is because they will, the log, you feed this log throughout the season, starting, I think, on December 1st, all the way up to Christmas Day. And on Christmas Day, they go outside and look for something. The kids, it's kind of like a Easter egg hunt, sort of like you send the kids out to go grab some stuff. And when they do that, the parents have already gone and found larger logs, because if you were good and you fed this thing and you took care of it right on Christmas Day, it swells up and it grows. So normally what they'll do is essentially go find a log that's really hollowed out, or they'll hollow out a bigger log and treat it kind of like a piñata. They'll stuff it with candies and toys and things like that. And then the kids have to beat it with a stick. They have to go find their stick to beat it. That's what they go out for.
They beat the log.
And they come back and they beat the log. And by the time they come back inside, the log's grown, it's huge, and it's packed full of goodies, and then they start beating it.
Humans are just ridiculous.
And then they pull the blanket away, and there's this whole array of candies and sweets and toys. Or if they've been bad, there's rocks and bits and pieces of other stuff.
Yeah, I agree with the Man in Black.
These dirtlings and their strange superstitions. If you feed it raisins, won't it just excrete ants? We do approve of the violence, though. Oh man, this is great.
Wait, did Pat just show up?
Where did the eyes go?
Yep, Pat
There they
just
are.
showed up. Hey, Pat, you're just in time for Joe to open his present.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious
He's
that
putting it
like
together.
it's when he started asking what is it, I said, please let it be a poop log.
So was it, or did you just manifest that?
Right? Well, I mean, you would know.
Schrodinger's cat.
No, actually, you got it, and that's pretty funny because it could have been anything in the world.
It really could have been anything in the
And
world.
this is one of the less possible things that it would have been.
Yeah.
Does he have eyes yet?
Yeah, I found the eyes. I gotta clip the top. There we go.
Well, what does everyone else out there have on their wish list? Because Joe apparently got his wish.
I did.
But the Men in Black wish it could have been tentacles. But, you know, maybe next year.
Okay, and now I need a Sharpie.
You got to draw the mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one out here somewhere.
If you're like me, it's right in front of you,
I know, right?
but you can't see it.
Oh, it is. It's right here. It was sitting over on top of a black.
There you go. Finding Trackway wants a second GoPro. Oh, that's just too perfect.
Oh God, that's great.
That is too perfect right there. That should be your new profile.
I know, right?
I want a poop log now.
This is great. The kids are gonna lose it.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
They're gonna lose it, or they're gonna beat each other with it.
One of the two things.
One of the
right?
two.
One of the two things. I got myself one too. I haven't opened it yet though. I wanted you to have the experience of
This is fantastic.
first contact with the poop log. So
I love it.
poop log
I
first
love it.
contact.
This is great. I approve.
Ah, yes, I knew you would. I need more material to review. Yep, there you go. Same. We need more data here too.
Yeah.
Pat,
I wish for
hit that.
I wish for a trustworthy government or a battle unicorn.
Battle unicorn would probably be more probable.
I want the same as Beth.
Get up here
Let's
to
see.
investigate.
I want a wild and weird pen.
That could happen.
Yeah, that's doable. We need to make enamel pins with the one of the shield and one of the high strangeness.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Does it poop pine cones?
Only one way to find out.
Only one way. This is great. I love it. I love it.
So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. Yeah, that's awesome. That
This
is
is-
just awesome. Oh, that looks better. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It's,
The world needs more poop log.
the world needs more poop logs. There you go. Yeah, that's your little sidekick.
It
I
is.
guess, for the next couple of shows. So that'll be good.
Oh yeah. Carter's gonna get a kick out of this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Speaking of strange holiday traditions, Reverend, have you ever heard of the poop log?
And then we both pull it out from under the counter. Look at this guy.
And then he's going to be like, I know why they left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it
God,
eat
Daddy.
star jelly?
It may.
Eat more fiber. Pat says name it Mr. Hanky. Oh, that was already in preparation, brother. I heard of the hidden pickle, but never the poop log.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We covered the hidden pickle in, I think, our first Weird Holiday episode.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We've been doing these things a while, but there's been podcasts. So this is the first time I've actually had one that was live, and
Yep.
it gets you people to actually enjoy it and have fun with it with us. So that was pretty.
Whatever you do, don't burn the poop log in the house.
That's probably sage advice.
Show it again. I was making food and missed it. That is the poop log in all its glory. May it forever haunt you.
It is a glorious thing. All hail the poop log.
You're forsaking Sky Daddy.
Nah,
You're forsaking the Sky Daddy. Oh man.
That would be Saint Poop Log.
Yes, Saint Poop Log.
Okay, you all redeemed yourselves.
wow. I just found more buttons. That's awesome. Now I can see every single one of you when you're doing stuff, like in real time, like demographically. I can't watch you or anything. Don't get all weirded out. But I can see like when you like comment and stuff over here. It's really cool.
Don't feed it after midnight, Joe. Could be a gremlin in disguise. Right?
We've had a really steady audience tonight. I am happy.
We
and very
have. It's been
grateful for
real
this.
steady. We're sitting here at the 2-hour mark and we're still at 30 people.
Yeah, this is amazing. We have a chat rate, actually, according to the live streaming studio that I'm in right now. Apparently, you can do this in YouTube as well with a lot more feedback. Crazy.
Oh yeah. We had to, before we could go live on YouTube from our show, because we can do YouTube lives, right?
We just
Before
got
we
another
could
one.
do that, we had to hit all those numbers.
Oh, you guys are doing some stuff. I can see it popping up here.
But by the time we hit all the numbers, we jumped over to StreamYard so we could broadcast everywhere.
No, this is for StreamYard. It's an integration. It's really
Oh,
freaking
okay.
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. This is cool. I can see they're like, wow, I see you guys little chat, your little
Like-
super chats. I can actually see what they look like. Those are awesome. I see why you buy these things now. I would totally buy those.
What is it?
They're super chats. I can see they're like little super stickers and stuff.
Oh,
That's really cool.
passes. Don't forget to pinch the log
Hey.
off.
Was it Teresa bought the little, looks like I think it's a hippo. Yeah, it's a little hippo, I think. That's cute.
It's a poop log miracle.
It's a poop log miracle, everybody.
Would it be considered cruel to display it in front of the fireplace?
I think it would be, but I rendered mine in front of the fireplace. Oh, look at that. We can do a 360 live feed here, it says.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, one day when you guys get all your VR accoutrements set up, we'll be like beamed in
Because
front
we have
of
the
you.
capacity to do that, guys.
It'll be like a hologram.
Yeah, we
And Joe will
can.
do something like, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope," and it'll be really
Yeah,
funny.
we can all get together and set up the 3D, or not 3D, but 360 camera, and set and do a 360 broadcast. It'd be freaking amazing.
Wow, the chat rate is off the charts tonight, kids. Good job. Good job.
You know, there's a popcorn joke waiting to be the burning of the poop log, but I'm not saying it.
This is amazing. We're actually getting more viewers. I can watch the chart just going up and up and up
Yeah.
and up and up. This is so cool. This is awesome. Speaking of viewers and charts and so forth.
Was there any weird news this week? Sorry for the question, but I was late for any news.
Oh, you missed it. Yeah, it was just basically we were talking about Grush, who challenged the government earlier. He's not happy, and he basically said that now it's up to the American people to vote these people out of office, and that will actually pave the way for future legislation toward disclosure. Because that's the thing, guys. That's what me and Adam were talking about. Like a lot of these people over on like UFO Twitter and stuff, we're not that crowd. I just want to make that clear. It's wonderful. You guys do what you do. It's great. It's awesome. But here's the thing. So many of them, they were just like, it was like someone gutted them. It was like somebody punched them in the face. And they were like, oh, we're down for the count. It's like, what? No, you're not. That's not how this works. It takes decades to make this stuff work sometimes. And, you know, that was a hard lesson, I think, for a few of them. And they're starting to figure it out. But yeah, this is just the beginning. It's not the end of anything. I think that needs to be, you know, made clear to a lot of these people. They're just used to instant gratification, most of them, and it's just not how this works. This is not how it works. It takes a long time to change these laws and
Yeah.
you know these old guards.
Takes a literal act of Congress.
Yeah, literally. You're
It
right.
really does. Yeah, it's fact, and it's going to be that way for a little bit probably. So you just got to stay with it, unless the community pulls itself apart. You know, You never know how that goes. I know that Avi Loeb has basically, I guess this week had said some things about Grush that he didn't believe some of the things he said and whatnot. So there's a little infighting already starting, and it's not cool. It's not cool because that's what happened with Stanton Friedman. And
It
Bob
is.
Lazar. It's the same thing. My story's better. I'm right, and this guy's not. And that's fine. If you really have some proof of that, that's wonderful. But if you're just saying that kind of stuff to sell a book or something, then that's not cool because there are people who look up to you. I mean,
Yeah.
I looked up to Stanton Friedman regardless. It didn't matter to me, but I didn't go for that infighting stuff. That's not
I think
right.
some people do that to keep themselves in the spotlight. That way they can
They do.
make money and whatnot.
So there was one who just interviewed Grush, actually, who does just that. Yes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, that's right.
And we talked about Gary Nolan being on repeat.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about Gary. Of course, we brought up Gary and talked about that, Tommy, and perception and how Gary pretty much thinks that, that these things can kind of, or not really they can't make you, but certain people are more attuned to see these things. That's how he sees it anyway. I'm going to test that. We're going to test that theory.
Another wavelength.
Right, wavelength, exactly. We're going to test that theory, though, because at the next workshop, I'm going to nuke some brains. Yeah.
I told you there'd be a sacrifice.
Not really. Well, it's not going to be nuked, but, we're gonna do some things.
Yeah, we're gonna have some new toys too.
And Poop Log.
And Poop Log. You never know. I mean, he's part of the family now,
could
so
show
Poop Log's
up.
one
Yeah.
going
could show up.
places.
I mean,
could
you can
show up.
change his hat every season.
I
and
can't
stuff.
wait. I can't wait. The next interview I do with Small Town Monsters.
You're gonna have the
This is
poop
how it's
log.
going to be.
You should do that.
I'm gonna be
It
sitting
makes
there
us
just like
look
this.
a lot
I'm
more
gonna pet. I'm
professional.
gonna pet him.
Makes us look extremely professional.
You could put like a little
love
safari
it.
hat on him. All
They
kinds
would-
of
It's like the evil cat, like Doctor
Yeah.
Evil.
No one told him it's a log. It's okay. Shh.
No, Twin
Man,
Peaks,
we were out in the
Log
field,
Lake.
man, and we saw some stuff. That's all I can
So that's
say
what
about it.
that's what Ghost Possum really was.
That's what
This
happens to
this
you.
is Ghost Possum.
when you're
I mean,
out there.
That's
and-
its name.
No, when you're out there and you get it should be. When you're out there and you get hit by some of those beams, man, that radiation does things to you.
Well,
It'll
Joe, you're
mess up
just,
your
you're
brain.
just channeling David Lynch with Log Lady
McLoggins.
from Twin Peaks.
That was such a good show.
You're the new Log Lady.
Life's not a zero sum game. You don't have to tear someone down to get ahead. It's true.
It's true.
But the thing is, in this community, for whatever reason, it seems to be, and with
Yeah.
many other, like you see it in the tech sectors. I mean, Pat, you've seen it everywhere too. It's just humans are going to human. That's
Humans
the
are going to
bad part.
human. That's the fact. Put the Tesla coil down. Why?
Yeah,
Why? That's the fun in that. Sorry. about
there
that.
we go.
There's no fun in putting one of those down. In my experience, turning them on is where the fun is.
Finding the trackway. What therm were you using with Glenn's interview when you spotted the orbs? That was the AGM Taipan.
It's
They
on the
are
website. I
a
can't remember the exact
third
brand
gen,
number.
third gen thermal.
It is. Let me find it. I'll find it for you. Whew. Let me see. It is over here on the sightings report. If the sightings will load. There we go. Oh, that's Tommy's report.
You guys need to make a weird and wild what? Everything we make is wild and weird or weird and wild. I think I need a night vision cam and a thermal. Ron, what's that? What are those Nox you use?
Oh, I can't remember the name of them either.
Because they weren't terribly expensive either,
No,
were they? They
they're
were only
like
about
250.
600.
No, they're like 250 for those ones. I
Oh,
got.
really? I thought you had. I thought you paid a little bit more for those.
Yeah, they're like 250. Got them on sale during Black Friday
Ah,
about 2 years ago. I don't see them. I know it's on here.
we've got the AGM Taipan TM25 384 thermal monocular.
There you go. That's it. Yes. And
I have all the warranty paperwork on my computer.
and I will say this, as far as if you guys want to get into that kind of stuff, thermals, IRs, just don't do it all at once. Just grab your piece here and there. I mean, it's taken decades to build the toolkit that I've got down here at the house. I mean, and the Wild and Weird toolkit, it's taken years to build that alone.
It has. Every year we've cobbled together a little bit more here and there.
Yep. Cameras, I tell you, dude, I love the Phasm cam.
CJ Booker, will you guys make a Wild and Weird snuggle? There's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Eddy, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. On a body pillow.
No. Oh God, no.
Life size. Thanks. I got the 19 385 and that question was for Oz.
I guess there could be a poop log snuggle.
Beth, I need a thermal bath. Well, actually, we can't do a thermal, but we are sending a Geiger up your way soon. So
You're gonna have some
you're
gear
getting a
coming your way
dosimeter
again.
coming your way.
Wonder what else is on the Joe's computer. Hey Joe, what's your password? Poop log 32 exclamation point 1949.
Next thing you know, your password's been changed.
I know, right? Anita Allen says, I'm making a quilt right now of Sky Daddy.
Nice. Are you planning on selling it to me?
Oh, man.
Hey, what about a poop log squishmallow?
Pat says, I want a brain tumor that makes me omniscient. What?
What is wrong with
Somebody's
you?
been watching that one
Powder.
Travolta movie too
That was
much.
Powder, right?
No, Powder was
I thought it was like that.
It was
Powder was the guy from
Phenomenon.
Boondock
Phenomena.
Saints.
Phenomena. Yeah.
Yeah, Phenomena. That's it.
Phenomena. You're right.
Yep, Phenomena. Anita said, I could easily make a patchwork quilt out of Wild and Weird t-shirts. There's enough of them. There's enough different designs you can
Yeah, we've
definitely
had some of the no sellers starting to sell of late too. So
Oh, cool.
apparently people are starting to take notice of that stuff.
Squishmallow. Y'all could auction it off. It could have all the blessing screenshots. Yes.
There you go. I always wonder what the next blessing screenshot's going to be, because now it's become a thing. Like, I used to just make them for the fun of it, but you guys like them so much that I
Yeah.
started really trying to put some time into those things. So they're becoming a full-time job, just making the blessing screens at this point, which is kind of funny.
Phenomenon. I hear Muppets sing every time I think of that movie.
You know,
Phenomenon.
speaking of shirts, I have an idea for a new shirt, Ron.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, 4 guys, 1 log.
man, that's bad.
Oh.
That's bad.
It needs some poop log and squishmallow Christmas sweaters. This should be on a Christmas sweater. This should.
You know, I'm surprised it's not.
I am too.
I just don't think the little guy's taking off that much.
That was loud.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I put the blade in before I dropped it. Sky Daddy riding an armada of space jellies. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm inspired now. Thank you, Pat, for that. Yes,
Brandon, you're getting coal.
we're gonna make that happen. Yeah, we're definitely gonna make that happen. That's a good one. I like that. So, yeah, yeah.
What's Krampus?
Think of yeah, it's gonna be good. It'll be a good one. I'll play with that for sure. That's gonna be the next thing you see next week. Well, folks, I think it's been a wonderful, wonderful episode. I know Joe was a little late getting in here. He
Yeah,
had,
we were out doing
some
family
family
stuffs.
and we're gonna have some family stuffs coming up here soon too. Next show, like I said, is tomorrow night. And like I said, it's going to be a interesting one for you guys to watch. If you're into ancient astronaut theory, if you're into disclosure and how that might kind of be related and why they may not be saying some of this stuff, tune in for that. It's going to be a good one. And we will be here to answer a few questions. At least I will be. Next, when is it? 25th. Christmas is... Okay.
Next Saturday's the
Thursday.
23rd, so it'd be the 21st.
So Thursday, all right, it looks good. I was going to say our lives are still good, so we'll be doing lives. But as far as the recording goes, that will be in question. Let me see. Reverend's coming back when? 19th. So his episode will drop on the 22nd. So his will be right on the 22nd. That'll be the next time he's on, because he's coming back for the actual holiday special. And he's promised that there's going to be an interesting conversation there too. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's going to redefine the Star of Bethlehem. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, kind of seems that way. Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we could.
Pat says 'tis the season to be late to the lives because of real life obligations.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So that would mean that the Tuesday show that we record on Tuesday, the 26th, if we're doing it, would be the first one of. No, it wouldn't. It would be the last one of this year.
Yeah,
that
the
would be
one
last
after
one of this
Christmas.
year. Yeah. So either way, either that'll be the last show or.
Well, we normally do a
Thursday.
few minutes on New Year's Eve.
And we'll try to be, we're going to try to pop on here on New Year's Eve live, because we've been doing that since we started the thing.
We've been doing that since we started Wild and Weird.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Since we started the thing, like over on Facebook,
Yeah.
we would do that. So we'll be doing it on this platform this time. So more of you guys can join us.
Here's a glimpse of tonight.
Oh, yeah. I see that. Y'all had some fun up there at the lights, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I do have to say, I would definitely buy a vinyl hook and loop poop log tactical patch.
Oh yeah, I would too. Poop log tactical patches.
Yeah.
That's why I threw it up there. That's hilarious.
Okay. Well, I
That-
can design it.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
And we know a guy, and it could wind up on Etsy.
Oh, yeah, I know a
Poop
guy.
log gang for life. Can't wait every week for the shows, and then miss the first half always. But hey, you make it up in the back end. It's all right. We're,
No, it's all
we're
good. The
here, and
shows-
that's
the
when all the fun
shows-
happens.
Well, that's what I was going to talk about before we got off here, because we've had some folks. I got some messages actually about us extending the show, or at least doing a special for the folks out on the West Coast, because they come in later.
Yep.
Well, we talk about this every week, but they seem to be really wanting this to happen.
Yeah.
And so I think we need to make it happen. I think we're going to have to either have a longer show or just come on later. It's one of the two. But I was thinking maybe we should do like the special on maybe next week or something, just that Thursday, and stay on for like, I don't know, hour and a half later or something like that.
Yeah, we could figure something out.
Well, what I want to do is, if we do it, I'm going to advertise it for the West Coast edition. So if we are going to do it, then I want to know a good week in advance or so we can get that advertised for them. Because there has been people who have messaged the
Right.
and asked about that.
So Tommy says, Joe, any updates about your experience with Bigfoot and any other sightings from people? No other sightings out that way. I mean, we've had recorded sightings that are actually in our database from that area. And they're sightings that go back 4 years and 6 years. And, but the landowners, when I talked to them about why, because they asked why we wanted to come out there and do that. When I spoke to them, they said, well, I don't know how I feel about much of that, but he's like, it wouldn't surprise me. That's just what they said. So I don't know what they've experienced and what they've had come in contact with in the past, but hopefully we can get out there after the first of the year and go just take a look around and see if there's anything that we just happen upon. If nothing else, we're just going to record the story and record the data.
Hit me up. I'm just a couple miles away.
Right. Yeah. We'll have you come over with us. Pat says it's almost like America's huge or something, right? Yeah. Like Texas doesn't have 2 time zones by itself. Yeah, ring in the new year on live. Yeah, it'll be the first year that we could do the new year this way on live.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I want to see how many people can actually pop in on that. That would be pretty cool, actually.
Finding the Trackway. No, it wasn't out Wineberry. Beth, that you see speaking here in the comments, she's actually the landowner out there at Wineberry. The landowner for this venue that we did the wedding at, where I had that encounter a little over a month ago. So that's where we've got permission to go out there after hunting season. Hoping to get my gear together soon. I have trouble with the Bigfoot around here again. Oh,
Whoa.
well, how are we looking on comments?
Oh, I was actually checking for something here. I was trying to find that one UFO sighting. Hang on a second. Where is that at? That's not it.
So, what all have you guys got coming up here? Do you want us? Would you guys be cool with jumping on for a New Year's Eve live and ring in the new year?
I think I could handle that.
I have no idea what I'm doing on New Year's Eve. That's so far in the future at this point. I mean, there's at some point. I'm sure I would definitely be there. Yeah, and even if it had to be mobile.
I was going to say, just jump on with your phone.
Right, exactly. So I think we could pull that off. Yeah. Ike.
Chris says I'll be there. Ike's I'm in.
Hey, Ike, I didn't know you were here. Ike, I got something for you to play with.
Yeah.
I got you an assignment, Ike, if you want to take it up. What do you think? Think you can make that look like something? I think you can.
Oh, I bet he could.
Oh, I know you can.
Beth says I'll be there. Wait, is that the Ron or the other Ron? It would help if one of the Rons had a goatee. Perhaps we could fashion one from the hat beard we sold.
That's good.
Nice.
That's good.
Tom says he's taking over my hunting spots, running me out of the woods. I really want to get data on him, but I also want to keep his location safe. We're butting heads.
Yeah.
Ike says, ooh.
Ike's in, yeah.
Beth said I'll probably be there on the second half. Ada says, I'm in, I'll be there. So we got enough people saying they want to do it. We'll jump on. We'll do it
then.
We'll do a little New Year's Eve run in.
Yeah, we'll figure out what time we're going to do it, and I'll let you all know ahead of time.
Yep.
By the way, this is unfinished, if you can't tell, straight off the printer. If anybody wants any of these, just reach out, let me know, and we'll get one to you. What you want one? Well, these are $20 as is, or you can get a finished one, and I don't know what that's going to be yet because I haven't did one yet. But $20 for you to do your own, and I think that's
apparently it's radioactive. Look what it's doing to Ron's camera.
Pretty fair. Yeah, do you see that? Look at that crazy. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
That would be an excellent bobber to use while fishing, by the way.
There you go, Ike. That's what you need to make with it.
Yeah, bobber. I can make us some of those. So
Especially
if
if it
you
glows
want,
in the dark,
if you
that'd
want
be
one, just let
awesome.
me know, and we'll. You know how to reach me after the show. So yeah, if you want one, just let me know, and we'll get you the PayPal link. That way you can grab it that way.
There you go.
Oh man. Well,
Think that's it. We good? Is
I
everybody
think I
good?
think we made it. The poop
Is
log.
everyone happy? Did everyone have? Did you all? Were you amused tonight? Everyone.
I know that I was.
I know Joe was very amused tonight. So
Did
that
I
was
help or hurt things?
yeah, and what someone
Pat says somebody's going to the ER because of that thing.
yeah, it's not a club. Make sure that
I mean, yet.
you preface that. All right. So if you like the show, make sure you start hitting hit that like button, please. After we're done here, go leave a comment.
Because none of the comments that you guys
On
have
Facebook.
posted in here
Not
show
Facebook,
up when it
YouTube.
jumps over.
On YouTube, it has to be on YouTube. So leave the comment on YouTube in the actual comment section underneath the video, and that pushes us up even farther. And we're getting out there, guys. We're getting out there. We picked up a lot more people. It's a lot to us anyway. I know there are other people out there who have way more people than us, but it's pretty cool to watch us kind of creep up into the 2,000 range, which we're getting there. I mean, we're at. It's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. And
Quality over quantity, anyways.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to happen, and it's thanks to every single one of you guys, and that's pretty awesome. And as long as we can keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep doing it. So I'm pretty happy about that too. And you asked about chats, so let me go over here in our new buttons that I just found, and let me hit that chat rate.
Beth says I shared it to everyone on my list.
Good. Thank you, Beth. Thank you very much.
Dankeschön.
Well, I'm definitely learning something new tonight. Poop log. Yes.
See,
Poop log.
that's
Poop
what I'm
log,
saying.
Angie.
That's
I
what
think I
I'm saying.
saved 20 new sales out of poop log.
Our time is valuable. Will there be tentacles at your New Year's Eve show? I mean, if I could reach them right now, I have some tentacles up here, but I can't get to them without thrusting my groin into the camera at the moment.
Don't do that, please.
I'm not going to do that at the
We'll
moment.
be demonetized, Joe.
Yes, don't
Right?
do that. Please
Start
don't do
wearing
that.
pants, Joe.
Hashtag poop log.
I'm trying to find. Is this it? No, that's views. Views are still up there. That's awesome. That's awesomely awesome. Chat rate? It's not chat rate because it looks great too.
Poor MIB.
Right. Yeah, the tentacles that I've got are attached to a boglin, if you guys are familiar with what boglins were.
Boglins are cool. That's what they are.
Yeah. Ooh, poop log with tentacles. I'm going to have to make tentacles for this guy. Actually, I've got 5 tentacles upstairs that I can attach to him.
What?
Yes, I have. Yeah, don't. Does this surprise you in any way that
No.
I have random
No, it
tentacles
doesn't.
laying around?
No, it doesn't.
They glow in the dark too.
Mm-mm. Nope, don't surprise me at all.
Burn the poop log, dirtling unbelievers. Burn with the poop log. Oh
That's
man,
too funny. Where is this data at? Maybe if I go back here,
feather boas are nice.
software. Whoop, nope, that's not it. That's not it.
Well, guys, you all are awesome. All of our super chatters out there that show up week in, week out. This show is supported and brought to everyone out there's ears and eyeballs by Adam Good, Teresa of Teresa's Haunted History of the Tri-State, Dewey Edwards, Spooky Appalachia, Larry Hose, Guitar Chains Craig, Travis Aradnick, Jeffrey Steele, Russ Bailey, Chris Coots, Ada Cox, Nancy White, Scott Holbrook,
Found it.
Bigfoot, Littlefoot, Tommy Swigger, Terry Summerfield, Sarah Ramsey, and Julie Bug.
445 was the chat.
How much?
445.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Really good job.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome job.
Joe has extra tentacles under his bed. Yeah, I think one of them is under the bed. The other ones are up in the living room.
Well,
Finding the Trackway, $10. Finding the Trackway just joined the Super Chatters.
All right.
Finding the Trackway. I'm throwing you in there
Finding
right
the-
now.
You going to do it?
Yep.
All right. Go
I
ahead
was
and do
already
it.
on the screen.
Okay, go ahead and do it. That's another one. Makes me happy when we get to add those names. Every single one of you who does that, you know, you get your name added to the list, and that our goal was just to make that list ridiculously long.
There we go.
I've seen some people who do this with their Patreons and whatnot, and it's just like a whole page, and that's what we want to go for too.
Poop Log, thanks you.
Poop log, definitely, thanks you. And if anyone's interested in getting a poop log for your very own, we will actually. I'll put the link in this episode at in the description. That way you can go order you one of those, because they are really, it's pretty cool, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a fun little tradition. If you can get it going, and the kids you got kids especially that can go and beat the log under the tree at the end of Christmas Day. I mean, it just makes it hilarious. Just stuff it with the extra candy, the leftover from Halloween.
Yeah, you can do that. You can totally do that. That'd be
You know?
fun.
There's
That's
candy
absolutely
left over
possible.
from Halloween.
Yeah, when you have little kids like mine and they get trash bags full, you have to stuff it away somewhere so they don't eat it all in one night. Fever dream cult leader Adam. Beth says, I love to talk in here. I'm a lonely person. Me and my Bigfoots and kids and y'all. All I have. Well, Beth, we love you. Your family.
That is so sad.
One of us. One of us. Go to the father.
I need the link. My little girl now needs a poopy stick.
Yeah.
Guys, you all have been amazing. Thanks for hanging out with us for the show tonight, everyone. You guys never cease to amaze us. We hope you're all having a good holiday season and enjoying this time where the sun goes down earlier and comes up later. I know that I am. And,
But it's
you know,
actually reversed now, Joe. It's
almost.
It has. We're on the 21st, right? Is that?
Yeah,
that
it
when
comes up on the 21st.
Yes, yes. So it's starting to reverse, and I'm going to be so happy.
Yep. The 20th is the 21st is the longest night
Yep.
of the year.
Yep.
Shortest day. I call it the longest night.
Yes.
But you guys are all awesome. Remember, keep it wild and weird all the time. Enjoy your families this season. We'll see you next week at 8 p.m. And if you've got an encounter that you want to share, send it over to our email at wildandweirdwv@gmail.com. Next week is going to be an absolutely wild holiday special you do not want to miss. Sit around with your family and friends, stream it up on your TV, go to your office and call everybody in the office for a special board meeting, and then show them a force-fed version of Wild and Weird Radio. Make them all
that's how
stay.
you do
Lock
it.
the doors. Shove poop logs in the door jambs so that way
That's
no
how
one
you
can
do
get
it.
out.
That's how you do it. Like that right there. That's how we create our following. Like that.
And you guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. You're all amazing. And remember, stay wild and weird, everybody.
You know, I wasn't ready for the
I'm
outro.
growing tentacles.
Are you
Just
growing
wait till
tentacles?
next Thursday.
Oh, gee. That's not even going to be a fun day for me. is
Stay
it?
wild and weird, guys.
Bye, guys.